He's like, that is a sketchy robot over there.
Yeah, Bruno does not like 3D printers.
Trust. It is moving.
It is moving.
It is still moving. It's making noises. I hear it.
Not happy. Might have to move the camera around maybe so we can actually see them. Something we should probably do is get off being on the still and actually go live. Yeah.
I'm watching him be afraid of robots.
It's interesting. Let me move the camera.
Live, do you need me to pause that?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I just like Bruno is a good boy. He's gonna keep us safe from those sketchy looking robots over there. Hi, Bruno. You wanna come up here?
There you go.
Come here.
Hi, we're sort of live. We're sort of getting ready to go here. Welcome to the early portion of the Odin Makes live stream. Hello, my name is Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
This is Bruno and Bruno's butt.
Yes,
and
Toby's over there.
Toby's over there, and Raven's prop shop. Chloe Fox is hiding off in the corner, and she doesn't have a microphone. So, do I need to get you a microphone?
You can if you'd like. So yeah, maybe.
Speak up. We all yell at this box over here.
Yeah.
Yell.
Before it sounded like Uatu the Watcher.
Right.
Will Connor says, hi, Chloe. Of course, you can probably see that. Schultz Vision says, I know that voice. So for the first time in a couple of weeks, the live stream is back. For the first time in 4 weeks, Felicia is back.
It's been a bit. You guys miss me?
Hopefully. And of course, Toby and Bruno are back, and it's been even longer since they've been here.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going, boy?
They don't forget.
No, they don't. They like being here. So while you were out, I actually finally got caught up to the very end.
I heard. I saw. We need a new one of these. Our master plan is out.
We no longer have a master plan. So welcome to the Idle Show, where we're not going to do anything for 2 hours, but stand here and wonder what we're supposed to do next.
I think this is where we make up our own plan. No.
Oh, okay. One of the things that I know I was supposed to do over the past couple of weeks, aside from have my neck completely cleaned by a dog, is look at what the next video is from Chris's thing. But for the past couple of weeks, I was either switching video and audio and stuff, not so much audio, but video at the California State Fair, which is the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
And then I was in Chicago, and then I was in Stockton. And in 2 weeks, I'm going to be in San Jose.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's kind of why this is a little empty.
That's kind of why there's nothing up there, yeah.
And there wasn't a video yet.
And there's no video. That's something else. Yeah, it's been... It's...
We haven't been here in a bit. Well, I haven't been. Yeah, life happens. That's okay. Bruno's here.
Bruno's here.
Yeah, we're here. Mm-hmm. We're ready to get moving forward. But what do we do next? I think we have to print out the next set of instructions.
Okay, let's go through the next set of instructions.
Yes, I think that's the next plan.
I need my hands.
This guy. Yeah. Let him go look at that sketchy robot over there.
The look of an empty shelf because of Khan. Thank you, Schultz Division. Now, we do have a lot of other things going on in the chat. A lot of, because right now, for those of you who are watching in the future, because all of you who are watching right now, you all damn well know what's going on.
Hi, future folk.
Hello, future folk, and you are super appreciated.
We love you.
But right now, while we're live, the only people who are watching, the only people who are in chat are members of my Patreon. They are all members of, any level, because in any level of my Patreon support gets access to the early live streams, as well as early videos whenever I get them done. So right now, the only people who are in chat are members of my Patreon, and a couple of members of my Discord, like Strict Aphid, who's a weird gray area guy, but that's okay. He's another YouTube maker, so if you get a chance, check out Strict Aphid's channel.
Is that his YouTube channel name?
Yeah, his YouTube channel name is also Strict Aphid, because he's a very strict aphid.
I was going to say I want to hear the reason for the name.
I don't know. I didn't ask. I just, all right, that's your name. Fine.
No, I get it.
Jerry Can Cosplay is here. Live stream. Woo!
Welcome.
Cheeseaholic is excited. So we got two people on either side of the Atlantic Ocean being excited. Steve D says, good evening all. Raven's Prop Shop says, hello from the left of Odin and Felicia, because right over there.
I'm here.
James Allen says, I can hear her. That's excellent. I've got buzzing going on. Okay. Looking at yourselves because of a con.
Sinister Props.
Sinister
is here.
Props is here.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Hello, Sinister Props. Hey, Sinister Props, are you running up to Silicon? Are you going to be able to go to the Silicon? I mean, it's San Jose. It's a bit of a drive, but damn, that lineup is looking good, and I'm excited to go. And Schultz Division says, yeah, my real name is also Schultz Division, so don't ask. Okay, Schultz, no problem. Actually, to be honest, Schultz's real name is Schultz Multiply, but Schultz Divisions is his secret identity, so we won't say, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Does he know the guy who drew Snoopy?
Maybe. Maybe he knows Dwight Schultz from, like, the A-Team in Star Trek.
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's a kid in my, like, second grade class with that last name.
Dwight?
Schultz.
Schultz.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point, we're going to watch Odin navigate the internet.
We need to print off the next set of instructions. So we printed this off before Lost Wax had the Neutrino One video out yet. And I believe he had the second part of his pack done, but he didn't have the Alice pack or the structural, the PVC. What am I trying to say?
As we've been building the Proton Pack, he pretty much has had all three parts of the pack done, right? He had part 1 and part 2, I think, when we started.
Yeah.
Part 3 with the
Came
Alice
out.
pack came out once we started.
Yeah.
And since we started, he's gotten 2 more videos for how to make the Neutrino one.
Yeah, so 3 videos came out since we printed this.
Only specifically for this project. He's been putting out a ton of steampunk.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kids armors and steampunks and easy molds, and he's got videos.
Go check out his channel. It's impressive. But so I don't know if we need to print out the most updated version of this pack off of his website, or if we need to get for the Neutrino Wind. But also the Alice pack, there were some pieces to this in the video that he added to this that I would like to put on before we paint,
Okay.
instead of after.
So hopefully we're going to be able to paint soon and actually use some of Jerry's that stuff.
Creature cast.
That's it that he sent.
There we go. You figure this out eventually. We're back. We're here. We're making a Proton Pack. You guys want to see how far we've come?
Yeah, why don't we do that? That'd be awesome.
Jerry Can Cosplay asks, how far are you off from priming the packs?
We are almost there. So we got to jump around just a little bit between his 3 videos that we're getting to, because I feel like there's a few pieces we need to put on before we paint and a few pieces we need to put on after we paint. And I'm really glad we left the back open.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not ready to put the back on. I want to get it, like, rigged first. I think we should do 1 pack instead of trying to show both of them, but I wanted to get these. Everything's in new spots. Haven't been here in a bit. Oh, is this one stuck down? I thought you were waiting on this.
No, it should just be caught in the box.
No, I think it's actually stuck at that spot.
What stuff?
I thought you were ready
I
to
see.
attach this.
It probably just got. We had started to paint it, and then I think it just got stuck because
just
of.
gonna-
That's fine.
Because
Oh
I'd
my
rather paint it
gosh!
separate.
Yes.
We have some leftover pieces. That means that we're being efficient, right?
Yes, it's always good to have leftover pieces, especially if you're a car guy.
You know, when you build that shelf, if you have like 6 extra screws, that
Oh, I'm
means that
so
you
looking
did like.
forward to the next IKEA build.
Sinister Props asks, Odin, I will have a booth at LACC in December as well. If you plan on attending, I will be there.
Nice. I can sign up to see if they will let me have space, but I'll be honest, I'm not going to be buying a booth.
Let me put.
There it is.
This is not very many pieces left. Not very many circles either. Getting there. These
6
are
months
pattern
ago.
pieces we've used. They're all crossed out.
Okay, we'll download.
We have
Just cancel. Sorry. Give me control of my computer back.
Alright, if you put on camera 4...
So it's 34 pages to the Proton Pack.
34? That's not as many. Wait, hold on, let's see. How many pages are in this one?
24 still says to be continued.
Okay.
View.
The pattern pieces aren't numbered. But 18 pages of text. Or 19 pages of text.
19 pages of text.
Mhm.
Proton Pack. 19 pages of text, and it
Yeah.
becomes this.
Then it's the pattern.
So there's no change here.
Okay.
Um,
So the
the
neutrino,
neutrino
one
wand is
has its own set of...
has its own set of master plans, which we can print out. But
Yeah,
we're
we
not
should
quite
print that
there
out.
yet.
We should still print it out because there are still some things
Okay.
that we should start thinking about, like lasers.
There's the Alice Pack,
See,
which we technically, oh, that's Proton Pack frame. Okay,
is that the only piece?
that's the only piece.
Okay, then
And that's actually a piece of the Alice Pack. This is a piece
yeah,
of
that's
the.
it's something that you don't need because
Yeah.
we're not building that part from scratch. Okay.
And Strict Aphid says, I'm hoping one day I'll get a Friday off.
That'd be awesome, Strict It'd be great to see you in the game again.
And Sinister Props says, freaking laser beams.
Freaking laser beams.
Yeah. You know how long it took us to cut out all these pieces? It took us a few weeks, right?
It did. It won't take us that long next time because I'm not going to be doing it that way.
Because we should have robots do it and
I'm
use
going to
lasers.
have a robot do it. Yep.
Well, there's like work that goes into it, but still. I say we use lasers.
And Shady is now in the chat.
Oh, that's awesome. Hello, Shady.
Welcome. I think we add a piece here later on.
Watch part 2. That's what I want as part 2. Get the templates. It's still the same template. Watch part 1. Still that. Details missed in part 1. Paint it black. All right.
Yeah. So, I suppose...
Oh, okay. Excellent. We need to do some sloppy hot glue edges on the side of the grain elevator to make it look like a weld.
Yes.
So, let's go find my Ryobi hot glue gun.
You should use the big one that has the dual temperatures on it,
Okay.
because then we have more control. I like the little one because it's a little more easy to use.
That's the one I was going to go for.
I know, it's my normal favorite one, but because we're doing welding, I think we should go for the lower temperature instead of, you know, the just get it hot and burn everything mode that I love. And I often operate in, but since it's for decorative purposes. Is that the dual temp?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. This looks like, yeah, low and high.
Yeah, because that, I think will make a better weld.
Okay.
In my opinion, but if you don't.
No. That's fine. We'll put on low.
Sinister Prop says, robots with laser beams attached to their heads.
Yes, robots.
Don't
with
you
laser beams.
love living in the future? I feel like you could get robots with laser beams to go in your pool and like...
Oh, that'd be cool. And zap the algae out of the pool.
Well, no, they scan and make sure that they get everything, you know? Lasers.
Lasers.
So, camera 4, we should show
Laser
them
sword.
kind of where we're at and what we're doing. We have a Proton Pack.
We have a Proton Pack, and so what I really specifically want to do as I jump around a whole lot is on the grain elevator. So we've got our hot glue gun over here heating up, right? I've turned it on, it's on low. And what we're going to end up doing is running a rough bead of hot glue down the sides of the grain elevator to make it look like it's been welded together, like it's a welded box. I'm pretty sure.
Do we need the pencil in place? I mean, though.
No, I don't think so.
rod, because we were gonna wait to do that after
Yeah.
painting.
Down both sides. And then we're going to need to make a stack of 2 discs, 41s. And we're going to need to...
Make the little intricate graded patterns.
Yeah. Make a grid out of it. Okay, so that's something we can do kind of quickly. Moving on. And that goes in the side. All right, I was wondering about that. I've never seen that on some of the people's packs. So, do we have 41s that are ready to go?
This is the bag of pieces. We're getting down to the last little bits. Thought we'd never be at the end of cutting out pieces. Now we're
Pretty much.
the end of using all of
There's
them.
a 41. And a 44 and a 44, which I'm sure everyone will be really picking on us if one's got a pair of 41s and one's got a pair of 44s.
Well, 44s are like a millimeter smaller, like just a hair smaller.
There's 2 41s.
Like somebody sucked in just enough.
Well, they inhaled while we're cutting them out. There,
Yeah.
we've actually got 4 41s.
There we go.
And Sinister Prop says it looks like a candy cane proton pack.
It is a candy cane proton pack. That is totally what it is.
I was thinking Kentucky Fried Chicken, little KFC looking.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of that too. All right.
But you definitely know if we're using what millimeter foam we're working with and where. So, it's color coded for your convenience. These 44s are close enough to just get confusing, so I'm throwing them back in the bag.
Okay with that.
Alright.
Crank it all the way up to 900. Wait for this to warm up.
Why are you pulling that out?
Well, I'm thinking about. Good, I've got the wedge thing on it. Think about using the soldering iron to put the
Melded.
melt instead of cutting. Yeah,
I like it. Let's melt things.
because that's one of the things I did while I was at Chicago at C2E2, using the Ryobi tools live on the floor during the con.
And during that time, I was learning that any machine can be a smoke machine if you use it wrong enough.
So we both learned a lot of exciting things while we weren't here. More on that later. We'll be morons about that later.
Stephen Mill says, "Evening, everyone, and welcome back, Felicia."
Oh. Top of the morning to you.
Ionolith just popped in. Sorry for running late. I've been dealing with some bad congestion and phlegm, and I'm currently working on my Moglins, which is their artwork.
Right.
I just want to sleep. Glad to see you again, Odin and Felicia.
Well, welcome, Ionolith. And whenever I feel like that, I like to watch the episode of The Tick versus the Common Cold, and all of a sudden I feel so much better.
Yeah, that's a great episode. There's a guy at the con yesterday that had it was the Tick logo, the comic book Tick logo, because it was in the cartoon as well, which was that outline of the Tick, right? Not it's the creature, not the character. But anyway, across the front of it, in the same Tick font, it just said "Spoon."
I can appreciate.
Apparently, I was one of the few people who recognized it, and that was a little disappointing for both of us.
He's an underrated
He's an
superhero.
underrated second-rate superhero.
Right, he is totally B-rate superhero, but he's my favorite because he's just so. I don't know. The 10-year-old boy got to be a superhero for reals.
Yep.
And Sinister Props has a question for all of us, including me. Have you guys seen Prey? Any thoughts on it?
I have not seen Prey yet. I really want to see Prey. I'm so excited about it, but I haven't had a chance because cons and life.
What's it on?
It's on Hulu, actually, of all things, and I hear it is possibly one of the best Predator movies to be out since Predator.
I have
I've heard.
Hulu.
Yeah.
What haven't I watched? I didn't even know.
Now, Sinister Props, I had also heard supposedly there was going to be a Comanche version as well as an English version, and I'm hoping that's true and they didn't just dub it in its second audio channel.
Unfortunately, I believe it is dubbed, and I think it is out. I believe so. Don't quote me on that.
It is just a dub. That's really disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. Keep your hopes low, and maybe you might be.
Stephen Mills says it's on Disney Plus in the UK.
Which is cool. Orville is going to be moving to Disney Plus.
It's already on Disney.
It may already be on Disney Plus, and I think that's pretty cool. I haven't seen season 4 yet, so I'm glad I can go watch it there and increase traffic and hopefully get season 5 to happen.
You need it to be hotter. Is the low temp not quite? I'm just
Willing-
impatient to work with it.
Well, it is
Bruno, get down. I like you, but you are just being a little too needy at the moment. Go, go. He's not letting me on my box. He's like, no, you gotta hold me. Don't hang out with Toby. Toby's like, no, don't push him my way.
Yeah, don't push him my way. Dude's too needy.
It's like cake decorating.
Kind of. Well,
Oh,
he just went down the front sides here. Oh, and he went across the front. Okay.
Jerry said, yeah, it's a dubbed version, but it's the original actors doing the dub.
Well, that helps.
Yeah, it does help.
They at least put effort in doing it well.
Yeah. That's really. I got my hopes up. I was really hoping it was going to be a complete second version, which would have been way better.
Oh, and Orville is officially on Disney Plus right now.
Okay. So I need to go watch season 4 of Disney Plus to help increase traffic to Orville to hopefully get it to have season 5 or even a season 4.5.
There's glue everywhere.
There's glue everywhere. There's probably going to be more. Hey, well, I don't think Ghostface is watching. There's a couple of pack build guys that do hang out here on Discord. Are there any other seams that really need to have decorative welds on them that I haven't come across yet?
Would that be too much? Because I'm just thinking naturally, machining wise, I would.
Right. Well, also
that would be
it's
welded. But I have to look at the reference images.
right.
Strings. The
Strings,
strings.
hot glue strings.
It's like spiderweb strings.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what they are, really.
All right. So you
All
just
right.
did all the edges, or just?
I'm looking at this shot here, and it's only down the front. I don't see it around the back. If we want to imitate him, but I'm okay with running it.
Making it a whole welded box.
Yeah, making it a whole welded box. 'Cause
Like
that
it
makes more
was-
sense.
Okay.
And
I'll let you finish doing that, and then I will do this, because I feel like with any project, like, I know people who like stucco walls understand this. You have to have the same person do the whole project, because
Yes.
your mistakes will like become a pattern. You do something over and over again, you know.
Yeah, the way I do it, we'll have. We'll be able to see the difference in styles.
Yeah. So I like just certain things. Sometimes you just gotta keep those mistakes going, or keep it in the same. Anyways.
Yes. Keep your mistakes consistent so it looks intentional.
Yes.
It'll stick out if it's
It's in a pattern. It becomes a pattern at that point, and then we call it texture.
which stucco 100% is texture.
Yeah. Distressing texture, patterns. Yeah.
I'm very distressed.
That's okay. I'm just watching.
I'm trying to get all the corners like we talked about.
No.
Since we're doing it after
I'm watching
the
you
fact.
struggle because I'm going to struggle in a minute. And
Okay.
you know what I mean? I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I put the smaller battery on, but it's still nice and heavy. It's not that heavy, but
No, I know, but it still is heavy enough to make trying to get into the spaces.
Yeah. And then I've got an issue with
Strings.
it's taking some effort to pull the trigger.
I know, because you're on the low temp. You're
Yeah.
not on high temp. High temp makes it super easy, but you're going to...
Be goopy.
It's going to be a liquid coming out instead of a semi-arty solid that welds nicely.
Right. Okay, this string's not... I'm trying to pull the string off as if it's fabric, but it's not. It's like a spider web. Here it goes.
Let it dry, otherwise you're just...
Gotta go nuts!
It's going to keep coming until it's dry.
Sinister Prop says, happy little accidents.
Right.
Happy little accidents day.
Yeah.
Just sit
Then
here,
it becomes texture.
drink tea, and try not to kick the dogs.
Dan Does Junk says, wow, shelves looking empty. Still haven't unpacked yet? I know Stockton Con was yesterday.
Was just yesterday.
Just yesterday.
Got the truck back to the shop at 10 p.m. and promptly went to bed.
Sorry.
After making another ride out.
Right. So, Yeah. Honestly, and then I've got another con in 2 weeks, which is actually long enough. I probably should put some stuff back on the shelf, and I might do that a little later today.
Which one's that one?
Silicon Valley.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
were getting excited about that.
I am excited
It's gonna be
about
huge.
that. It's
I
going to be
can't
huge.
wait.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then immediately after that, so that's in 2 weeks. In 3 weeks is SAC Anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you are invited if you'd like to come out on Saturday or Sunday or whatever day if you have interest in visiting SAC Anime. And if you have a life and you actually need to do something, that is okay too.
Cool.
To the best of my knowledge, I'm going to be there all 3 days. Chloe's probably going to be there all 3 days. Joe's going to be out there on Friday. Jerry Elgert Fail, Captain Splody, and I forgot what he just changed his name to. Anyway, he's going to be out there all 3 days. And then Victoria Reese should be out there all 3 days, who's not on Patreon, but she's also a local wedding dressmaker and a cosplayer who's been doing this long enough that she's almost always one of the judges at SAC Anime. So that'll probably happen. So all of us will be there all 3 days. Felicia will probably be out there a day. Ellis may drop out there for a day. Chakra may drop by for a day or two. So yeah, please.
Should be a party.
Should be a party. It's going to be a full booth. Good thing it's a 10 by 15 booth, 10 by 20 booth.
Sorry, that was really ugly.
And then the week prior, because why talk about anything in chronological order? Going to be at Silicon Valley. Right, going to be at Silicon, which is turning out to be a huge Makers Con. I'm told
fun.
I'm going to have a booth that's going to be 10 by 10 at least.
Ooh,
At least.
so Mechagodzilla coming?
Mechagodzilla's going to go, a Gundam's going to go, and it's a corner booth.
I need more glue sticks.
Okay,
Just not quite the end. Anyway, sorry.
that's fine. Whichever one you want.
Wait, no. You have a 10 by 10.
10 by 10.
Gundam.
It's going to be a corner booth, and so that's actually pretty exciting. It's going to be fun for me, being one of the local guys, to be able to have this 10 by 10 booth with a bunch of my junk there on display when a bunch of my maker friends are going to be showing. Bill Duran's going to be there. Steven SKS from SKS Props is going to be there. Evil Ted Smith is going to be there. Down in Creations is going to be there. Hacksmith is going to show up, who I've never met before, but I've talked to some of the members of his crew via YouTube. Joe Telling is going to be there. I've talked to Joel for years. He and I sort of started around sort of the same time. He may be a year or two on YouTube longer than me, but we're right around the same. Anyway, if you haven't noticed, his channel, the 3D Printing Nerds, blowing up. So I'm really excited to finally get to meet Joel. Core Geek is going to be there. Frankly Built is going to be there. I'm getting names thrown at me while I'm trying to say names.
Sorry.
Frankly Built is going to be there, so I'm going to be able to see Frank again and be able to see Frank with stuff for the first time. Yeah, this is and there's more. I know when I look at the list, which is like 18 or 20 people strong at this point, it's like they're going to be there. They're going to be there. So I'm actually kind of curious.
Geeking out.
I'm geeking out. I'm
Yeah.
kind of curious if anyone else is showing up now. Cammy Slice, as one of the cosplayers, is going to be there. And then of course there's other little people like Christopher Lloyd and George Takei and Carrie Byron and Tori Bellici and Adam Savage, and they're going to be there too. So yeah, kind of excited about this con. I'm kind of really excited. This con is the week before SAC Anime, and one of the reasons I loved Dragon Con so much was I got to meet all the different makers. Most of them are going to be at Silicon this year. Yeah, I get to meet them again, and I don't have to go to Atlanta.
Right? And you get to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, well, I'll be in a hotel in San Jose.
Oh, yeah,
but,
San Jose.
It's a little far.
Sorry, I'm putting those over there because
Thank
I
you.
need to get to this scene.
Okay. So, super excited about all that. Maybe hard to be all super excited about that on stream again when we go public, but
Honestly,
hey guys, I love you, and so this is what's happening. If you're going to be in the San Jose area and you're able to drop by, please drop by. It'd be fantastic to see you. And also I've got another friend that I found out is part of the local 134th. That's the IATSE chapter in the Bay Area, San Jose area. Yeah, this guy who I've known for a couple years was right behind the video wall last Silicon when Joe and I were winning for Masterclass. He was like 10 feet from us but couldn't say anything because he was working. So hopefully he'll be there, which is really kind of fun.
It sounds like it's going to be so much, it'll be over like that. But
Yeah,
it'll be
pretty much.
In a good way.
Yeah, because I'm going to go down for Friday setup. I want to make sure I'm packed and out of here so I can be there as early as I possibly can for Friday setup and get the booth set up. Because then Friday night is going to be a social event amongst the guests and the builders, kind of like the way Dragon Con sort of is, but it won't be that level. So I get to hang out and talk to these guys. Then we get to then we'll get to do Saturday at the con all day. And then after that, there's whatever's going on, and that's going to be the big social night for
It's going to be the party.
all of us. It's going to be the party. Yeah, that's going to be the costume contest night. That's going to be the party night for all the guests who know each
Are
other.
you going to get dressed up for a costume party night?
No.
No.
Well, the costume party night is they'll have a costume contest.
No, I know.
Yeah, and I don't plan on participating in the costume contest. Joe got to last year. We've got the trophy. We're good.
Been there, done that.
Kind of. I just want to enjoy the con. I don't want to be caught up with a cosplay contest that'll take hours out of my con.
Right. If it's not funky, is it really worth it if you're not?
Well, it's totally worth it if you're not comfy. It's just.
No, I'm just saying if you're not going to be participating in the costume contest.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
But then, yeah, hopefully get to meet other people. Because then Sunday is, con's over. You break
One more
everything
spot.
down, load up the vehicle, and drive home. So there's not a whole lot of visiting on Sunday night. But still, looking forward to it a lot. And I hope this becomes a yearly con for me. Because that would be fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that. We need to put fake bolts on top. Okay, that's cool.
Now it's time for the melting foam with the soldering iron. Alright.
Oh, okay.
Stephen Mills asks, have you seen the 1-to-1 scale Gundam in Japan?
Not personally.
I saw it in photos on the internet.
So yeah, I've seen photos and I've seen video of it on the internet, like Felicia says. Joe has seen photos and video of it. We have not been out there to see it in person. Okay, so I'm jumping ahead a little bit here.
Yeah, you're seeing all the little...
I'm getting distracted. I was wondering what was next. Okay, so at this point, I got the double 41s.
Yep, they're glued together now.
They're glued together now. And what I need to do is, well, probably... Jeez, is there a way to do this like we can see? Not really. Well, those of you who are watching on mobile, this is the pixel I'm going to be working with.
There's a dot there. Do you want to pre-draw on lines? Or are you just going to wing it?
Believe it or not, I think I might just wing it.
All right, do it. I think I am being a bad influence on you.
Well, he's got 4 lines creating 5 ridges, so I think I'm going to be able to hopefully pull that off.
So we currently have J Period and VZAC saying that, obviously J Period says he'll be in there for San Jose for Silicon Saturday morning, and he'll see us there.
Oh, nice.
And VZAC says, I'm excited for SAC Anime. I started a cosplay, but not sure I'll finish it within the 3 weeks.
Yeah, sometimes just wear the accessories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be fully done. You can be comfortable.
Yeah. And Dan Does Junk says, I've only been to a few cons, but this will be my first time cosplaying one, referring to SAC Anime.
Okay,
Nice.
cool.
I feel you. I went to SAC Anime with Odin, and then I went to Stockton Con with Odin, and that's all I've been to as far as cons have gone.
Right. You also got to go to LodiCon.
Oh, I didn't go to Stockton Con then with you. I went to Lodi Con.
Yeah,
I
I
went
think
to the Crocker Art Con.
You went to CrockerCon.
That
was
was my
pretty cool.
favorite so far, just because I like the Crocker Art Museum.
Yeah, they were.
But, oh wow, that's so clean. They can't see it. It's just a pixelated dot.
Right.
This is
Well, I'm not going to lean over
disappointing.
that and burn myself.
Yeah, remember safety.
Safety third.
You know, just remember safety.
Just remember, we're all going to pretend like we're participating in safety right now.
Yes.
So what I got is this little tiny disc. This is my test disc. And what I ended up doing was finding where the
Burning
camera is.
a line in it.
I burned a line in it, exactly. So the disc, of course, starts out looking like a disc. And
Now it looks like Tylenol or a tablet.
yeah. So the plan is, I've got Mr. Disc and I've got an eraser shield, right? So this is a metal shield that is used for old school drafting when drafting was done with pencils and things. And I'm using this as a heat shield so I don't hurt myself or my project. I'm trying to set this down in
There you
such a
go.
way that...
You were fine. I moved the thing out of the way.
So the metal will, of course, protect the foam. Where am I going?
I don't know. It's hard. The opposite way. It's like, there we go. The spirits have spoken. They said no.
Yes. Outcome unlikely. Ask again later. And now I don't have enough cord.
Well, it is cordless, so you
It is
just have to
cordless
move
except
it.
for the cord from the handle.
No, I know. Luckily, you can move around.
So this is a soldering iron. I've actually got a wedge tip, which isn't necessarily ideal. Oh, hey, the
It melted.
and it gives me a
A line.
line. Thank you. A second one. Wow. All my ability to speak just went out the window.
It's okay. We haven't done this in a while.
So my plan is for keeping these consistent. I arbitrarily drew a line, and then I set the edge of this against the far side of the line. So I'll do that again. So hopefully I can keep my.
Visually semi-consistent.
There you go.
Because if you make the same mistakes over and over again, it's a pattern.
I think somebody was talking about that earlier.
Let's just say I have a lot of texture in my life.
So Yonolith asks if we have any packages that came in.
Not that were brought to me. Joe actually managed to go and get to. Joe managed to go and get to. I'm being told no one can see me. Joe managed to go and get to the post office box because I've been dealing with cons, and I didn't see any packages. I don't know if Shop Gremlin's going to run out and try and check as well or not. They talked about possibly going out and checking mail today, but I don't know if that's happened already or will happen later or will make it today. But not that I've seen. I hope that my inability to get out and check my own P.O. box because of the hours they put on it, thanks to people who think the inside of the post office box, or the inside of the post office building, not my post office box, is a great place to make a urinal, doesn't make it difficult for me to get my packages. Because I would really like to see what Yonolith said. And I know she's been asking for, or Yonolith has been asking for a while.
Well, shit.
Yep. Okay.
So
Gotta
that
get back
looks
to
pretty
trying this
clean.
again.
But oh yeah, this was a test piece. I'm like, but they're supposed to be too tall. But
Yeah, that was a test piece and slightly larger.
yes,
So, I'm trying to remember.
you found your center line. Are you trying to do it
Um,
on camera and center it while people watch live?
Yes. And actually, I have no center line. The first one is 100% arbitrary, so we just get to live with what we've got.
So there's that.
So there's that, which is, you know.
Got a tablet.
And then on this side, so the line is, 3 or 4 millimeters wide. On this side of the edge of the line, I'm going to set the edge of the eraser shield, which you can still buy, actually. You can get these at art stores still.
Yes, you can. Line guides, they help in very strangely specific situations like this.
And I was a little too far over, so the last one's going to be
A little further over too.
a little too far over.
That's okay. Consistently do it again. Let's add that texture. Reminds me of those little hamburger gummies when they had the grill lines.
Right.
Mmm, taste it.
So we got that. Not 100% thrilled with it.
Do you want to try again?
Maybe. Do we have any more 41s?
We have 44s that are like a millimeter smaller than 41s, and for what that piece is
Would you,
doing.
Be so kind as to glue together a couple of 44s without burning yourself in the
Yeah.
soldering iron. That's right
So
next
if
to your...
we need 44s, like at this point,
I just go against the edge?
Well, we
no.
can get some new ones out.
That was almost to the center. I don't want it to be on the center. I need
Well,
to...
this one's smaller than that other one by just enough to make these lines, like, need to be ever so close together. Oh, yeah, the glue over
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to decide where I want to start in order to try and get a pattern that's going to work. Right? Not that I expect anyone to do it my way, because they just...
Well, we didn't do
Hey.
it their way. We do it you know,
Yeah.
there's a million ways to do anything wrong, you know,
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
We'll be happy to show you a few hundred of them.
Right.
Quick, hot, wonderful shop tip. Yeah, hot things burn, sharp things cut. So don't touch your fingers with a soldering iron.
Yeah, safety, people.
Yeah.
Safety.
Safety, people. OSHA.
Let's live to craft another day. It's hard to craft without your fingertips. Oh, that looks plain.
Alright.
Yanela says
sorry,
they
go
are
ahead.
drinking Thunderbird right now.
Oh, this is drinking Thunderbird right now.
Is that like an off-brand Dr. Pepper?
No, Thunderbird is bottom of the shelf alcohol.
No, Thunderbird.
Thunder what?
Bundaberg.
Oh, Bundaberg. Oh, that's much better. Bundaberg, however, is great. Bundaberg is the root beer and ginger ale of Adam Savage's choice. It's an Australian.
Oh, okay.
That is actually really good. Much better than Thunderbird. I used to work at a Mexican restaurant who made their margaritas with Thunderbird. Everyone seemed to think they were really, really good. It's like, okay.
You know what?
Steve
they're happy.
asks, "Where's your respirator while burning foam?"
It's safe on the wall where it'll last a lifetime. Leave me alone.
I didn't even think of that, honestly. Like my...
I did.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Like,
Okay,
see,
also
those strange
one-
smells don't bother me. Like, I
One continuous movement across is giving me a better...
line then stopping and taking it slow.
Yeah, then going
Isn't
back
that the
and
way
forth.
it usually works?
Something like that.
And I hate it when it works.
Hey
like that.
everyone, it's noon. Let's do the
Already?
whole it's noon thing.
It's noon 01.
It's noon 01.
I'm gonna get these glue guns out of
Edit.
the way because we have too many things going on here.
What is too many things going on here mean?
Too many glues. I'm sticking to everything.
We're gonna do Ghostbusters and live streams and done. Hey, my fingers hurts where I touch it with the soldering iron. I don't understand what's going on.
Do you think the soldering iron's hot?
Maybe the soldering iron's hot.
It's because you didn't build up a big enough layer of hot glue on your fingertips.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's super glue?
So you didn't have that barrier.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, you know. That's okay. That's how we learn, right?
That's totally how we learn. Yes. So one of my friend Zot, one of his favorite shop tips that his shop teacher told him in high school is, remember, sharp things cut, hot things burn.
You know, it can't be restated enough. I've worked with a lot of people. And put your paintbrushes in water.
It
Don't
helps.
just let them dry out.
Right. You may be in a rush, but if you have paint in your paintbrush and you just set it in your desk, it's kind of done.
Yes.
You can bring it back, but it's going to need a haircut.
If you are professionally paid to paint for any reason, a set, a production, anything, just put your paintbrush in water.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to wash it out. Like, I'm not even that picky, you know? Like, just don't destroy it. Anyways, I might have issues, you know.
Welcome to the public live stream.
Welcome, y'all.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the public portion of today's Odin Makes live stream. If you caught our post on Instagram, please let me know so I know that that's actually working.
But we're here. You're here. Welcome.
Welcome, and we're still working on the Proton Packs. For the past couple of weeks, I've been at a couple of different conventions in Chicago and Stockton, and I've had a number of Ghostbusters come up to me and ask how the pack builds are going, or that they've just recently saw them and got excited about it.
You know, there's nothing like taking a break on a long-term project to
Right.
extend the length of
Yes,
the project.
exactly. If we're lucky, we can stretch this out till the anniversary of the game that's coming. No, coming out later this year. So we've been working on the Lost Wax Oz's pattern for making these foam proton packs. Oh, by the way, hello, welcome to Odin Makes. My name is Odin,
Hi, I'm Felicia. Welcome.
and right over here we have
Raven, hello.
who's moderating the chat. So thankfully there's 3 of us. There's 3 humans who are mostly capable of speech.
If you go camera 4, you can see Toby in the background.
And we're going to go camera 4 so we can see Toby in the background.
See that little red line right there? That's a Toby, just splooted.
Oh, right down here is,
Yeah.
is Toby splooted? Okay.
Yeah, that's Toby splooted. Bruno, I don't know where he's at.
He's hiding somewhere. I'll
Yeah.
probably have to move camera 3 again. We moved it so the dogs could freak out about the 3D printer, but they stopped freaking out about the 3D printer.
Yeah.
So that happens.
Anyways, we're here.
We're here, and thank you guys for popping in. I saw Clementine Ruby pop in and saying hello, so let me just say hello back to Clementine Ruby. You were one of the first new people that I saw pop in, who wasn't a member of my Patreon. What does that mean? Well, if you are a member of Patreon, of my Patreon, patreon.com/Odin Makes, then on Mondays, as well as whenever I get a new video ready, you'll be able to see it early. The Monday live stream always starts about 45-minute-ish earlier than the public portion of the live stream, where I can talk directly live to all my members of Patreon. You get to ask questions and talk about the project that we're doing directly. It's kind of a quieter time to be able to meet with intimate friends.
I feel like it's a really good community.
It is.
It's kind of with the Discord and like when we first started doing these streams and you're listing off all these names, I was like, who are all these people? You know, like how
Right.
do you know? Like what?
How do you know where these people live? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just seeing these random names like 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're like, oh yeah, they like this, and this is their favorite soda.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like a real community.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's kind of the Patreon community, and thank you guys.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you very much.
And welcome everybody else who is here, who appreciates this, and who wants to see us get this done.
So the little bit we've done so far is earlier in the stream checked out part 2 of Lost Wax Oz's Proton Pack builds, because as of today we're starting to move on to video 2. What does that mean, Felicia?
It means we ran out of instructions in our But I can't talk. It means
That's
we ran
Go ahead.
Can't talk. We ran out of instructions in our master plan, so we're kind of... Well, there's things we could still do, but I'm not ready to do, like put on the backs of it.
So what we're doing is debating what we want to do next with the master plan. So we're kind of master debating about what's going on.
That's one way to put it.
That's one way to put it. So we're looking at video 2, where he has the first couple minutes of the video or extra details he forgot to put into video 1. And that's what we're doing today is adding some hot glue welds, at least to the grain tower. I'm currently making a I don't know if it's a knob or if it's, I think
It looks like kind of a vent.
it looks like a vent. I think he was calling it a knob. This goes on the side of the grain elevator. We're going to need to make a whole bunch of bolts. So I'm going to need to take some 6mm foam and the smallest of the Cos Tools hole drill and make a whole bunch of pips. And then heat up Allen wrenches, mash them into the end in order to make these bolts that we can glue on all over. That'll
Sounds
look like
fun.
bolts. Or we could get real bolts and glue them in, but I don't have a bunch ready, so I'll just do it Chris's way. Yeah.
Yep. I feel like both are valid.
Oh yeah.
There's a million wrong ways to do it.
If I had looked ahead, I could have ran off to a hardware store and bought a whole box of socket head screws, and would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I start with what I got first. Do I really need to spend money on this project?
No, I don't, because I've got foam and I've got the ability to make little plugs of foam.
It'll be lighter weight this way.
What's going on? Oh, hey, Phoenix says sub. Thank you, Phoenix. Noel Bitgood says hello. Hello, right back to you. Bernie Davis, hi everybody. Hello, Odin and Felicia and Raven. It's been a while. Welcome back. Thank you.
Bernie
Also,
Davis.
I think you saw Toby and Bruno are hiding around here too. I'm doing my best to not step on them.
Yeah, he's over here trying to say hi. We got the Bruno.
We've got the Bruno. Yellowlith asks, Odin Makes, don't you have Evil Ted's molds? Yes, I do, but
They're right there.
yeah, they're hanging back there. And I've actually finally used them. When I was in C2E2, Ryobi had purchased some of Evil Ted's molds. And working with Ryobi's hot glue gun and their soon-to-be-released black hot glue sticks, that should be available at Home Depot. So
I know it's such a stupid thing, but I appreciate black hot glue guns.
Yes.
Like glue sticks specifically, because then it
Yeah.
can be a feature instead of a flaw. Anyways,
Right. Instead of, oh, hey, look, that's hot glue. It's this, yeah.
It blends. It's so nice using. Anyways, so they're actually doing it as a thing, so that's exciting.
Yeah, they're actually doing it as a thing, and they will be available in both sizes. The full-size stick, the full
Oh,
you know,
good.
the wide stick like this. Not necessarily long. I think they're all going to be the short
I was
sticks.
gonna say they gave me a whole box of them, and I love them, but
Yeah.
I haven't gone through them.
No, of
already.
course not. And they'll also be doing the smaller diameter in black. So they have
I was
both.
hoping about that because I like my little glue gun better.
Yeah.
Like I know we use the bigger one because of the dual temp thing, but
Right.
I like the little one.
Did you get those glued?
Yes.
Okay.
They're smooshed together.
Smooshed and glued. So we started on to doing the details we're missing. Going to be printing out new patterns and hopefully, maybe soon, signing off and saying we're going to go spray these things. Because I don't know if spraying them, because I'm not going to spray them in here, is going to be something I'll be able to do in the live stream. But we're finally up to the point, nearly to the point of coating these things with some creature cast rubber hard. There's different grades of creature cast rubber. You've got super flex, rigid, and hard. And so we'll be using some of the materials that Jerry Can Cosplay sent me to actually get these things moving on to being finished. So we got the molds. There are no bolts, right? There's a lot of really cool stuff, but there's no
that's
little
what I was
bolts.
looking at. I'm like, I feel like there's a few things on the neutrino wad that he casts his own little caps of. And I was
Right.
seeing if there was anything in here, but these are more geared towards gears.
Yeah. There's a lot of gears and sci-fi pieces.
Yeah, but I like these pieces right here, and I feel like they could be useful. These ones specifically, on the handle. But we're not there yet. I was just saying if there's, like, any bolts or something fun, because black hot glue would be fun to play with. You know? What are you looking at? What's going on?
I'm sure it'll come back. There was a button. I clicked it. It was an evil button. I saw a pop-up that says, now would be a good time to insert an ad. I assume we're buffering and we'll be catching up. So I clicked. It had an ad pop in, so I don't know what that means.
You know what? Brought to you by whatever ad just popped up.
Probably
I'll
shouldn't
hell
click
the
that.
algorithm. Don't piss off the algorithm.
Don't piss off the algorithm.
Don't piss off the algorithm. We like the algorithm.
I like being able to pay my bills.
It means we're here. So make sure you feed it the severed hand of likeness, you know. Okay. Remember, I appreciate that can we just take you switched.
I did switch.
And I'm stopping you before you keep
That's
going.
okay, so we're down here.
So you were using this thing right here.
I was using the eraser shield. This is a drafting tool.
And then I just saw you pulled out a
Slightly modified
what's
hemming ruler.
Hemming ruler.
So when you buy this Notion from the fabric store, it's got a little plastic slide that moves on it. And let's make sure it's not all totally blown out.
Right.
So you can actually mark how far up you want your hem to be, and this is a way of marking for hemming up your clothing. What I've done is I've taken a wee bit of heater tape to make it wider. I popped the plastic slide out, and now I've got this 6-inch long guideline that I can take my soldering iron or wood burning tool, and I can set it and make a nice straight line with a consistent depth coming out the other side.
Yep. I thought that was genius because I use those all the time, and that line is very nifty. And you switch tools up, and I figured we had to point that out.
Yeah, well, I like that.
Put these back.
Put the tools back.
Not leaving messes.
Oops.
At least trying.
So I'm using the soldering iron to, much like it would be a wood burning tool, to make my grids. And to try to keep them as parallel as I can, I'm using the tool on the previous line. And I'm not going, for me, because of how small this piece is, this is really weird.
Right, it's not a mirror.
Instead, no, it's not. Instead of putting the ruler against the edge that I just drew, I'm going to put it against the far edge of what I just drew to kind of keep them closer to each other. Of course, I switched up tools, which means this may end up looking different.
It's okay. It's all in the same piece.
Yep. Life
I'm
sucks.
stealing a pencil.
And then my co-host stole a pencil.
You're not using a pencil, so I don't feel bad for you.
So there's 3. This is actually one of the things I was doing on the floor at C2E2 was using the soldering iron to add details onto a build that I was just doing on the floor.
You were just like burning things out.
Oh yeah, it was great. I was on the con floor creating toxic fumes for everybody to enjoy. Because I'm just that. Oh, you can see that really well, can't you? Of course, there's not much to see. All you see is Knuckles.
Trying, right? Let's
Right.
craft for camera.
Actually, there was a Knuckles cosplayer yesterday at Stockton.
That's awesome. How are his shoes?
Big white shoes, big white knuckle gloves. He had a little stuffed Sonic under his arm.
That's
and,
adorable.
yeah, red jumpsuit and painted his nose black.
Well, there you go.
Is this cooling down again already?
You're talking
Yes,
too
it
much.
is. I do talk too much.
Let's see what people are saying.
So there's a new Ryobi soldering iron coming out that I got to play with, the C2E2, that doesn't have this rapid cool down. It's got the temperature gauge, and it's a smaller format tool. It's like all the things I want in
So
one.
it's like they listen.
Yeah.
The crafters need. So what? Sorry, I cut you off on your.
No, you're fine.
The features.
So no, it's okay. That's just an upcoming tool that's not quite out yet. All right, so now I've got 2 of these knobs or vents, or yeah, I've got 2 knobs.
Let's stick them on the pack.
We'll stick them on the pack, and I can turn this off. I'm happy to trade sides with you, and you can
Yes.
see what they are saying in the chat.
So.
Trade you coffee for tea. I'll take this in case I get a message from.
Your phone has been buzzing off the hook. It's like you're like the most popular person here.
Walker Industries says, I remember you said you wanted to make the crystallic fusion Buzz Lightyear thing, and I found that I can 3D print 2 pieces as
2D
so-
pics as 3D.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that to make mine. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You said it better than I did.
So you can take a 2D picture, figure out how to print that as 3D.
Well, that's because you take the profile and you take the front, so you can take those 2 different things and merge them together to
Sure.
create your 3D image.
As well as just extrude maybe or something. But
Yeah,
okay,
there's a way to
interesting.
sculpting techniques, but in a digital format. Okay, Schultz Division says, haha, same here in Denmark. What's going on in Denmark? We also use it.
Oh, everything's
whatever.
rotten in Denmark. Isn't that what it is? Can we click over to?
What are we clicking over to?
I'm sorry.
Where they're going to put the...
Now that we traded sides, can I have the computer back? So I
Oh,
know
you
what
need
the
to see
heck
where
I'm
we're going
doing?
to stick the spot?
Yeah, where are we going to stick the knob? So he's got a knob. He's got. See, his is perfect. And it goes there.
His
and it
is
goes
really
that way.
clean, and he didn't use a soldering iron, so we have no excuses.
I'll go back to this. Okay.
If you make print it, mark it or whatever.
Okay, I can do that.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what the dog's chewing on. I should make sure it's something I don't care about.
Shadio says the ad was trying to sell me some hope. Well, I hope everything's good.
Ruff says, I hear a fox in the background. That's referring to me because my last name is Fox.
Yes, there's a fox in the background.
I heard Bruno chewing on something, and I
I
don't
took
know
it
what
away
was.
from him. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
water bottle with water in it, so.
Oh, that's Toby's favorite little treat. He loves water bottles. Like, his goal in life is to take off the lid of every water bottle, but he knows better, so he waits to say till it's okay. But that's like
Oh, okay.
his favorite. Steve D, what's new Ryobi tools did you get to play with, and
You
what
know-
freebies are they sending you? Ryobi UK have sales on, and I added a 6-inch circular saw to my collection. Sorry.
Was looking at 6-inch circular saws. Okay, so what
I
new,
want one of those too.
what new and exciting Ryobi tools am I looking at? What new ones are they sending me? Well, the soldering iron that I talked about. Let me pull out the old one I've got. Here's my backside.
They can't see it.
So this was one of the first of the Ryobi soldering irons, right? They had this
Simple.
one, and they had the big station model that
we were
had
just
the
using.
thermal control on it, and it was also a hybrid model where you could plug in an extension cord to the
Oh,
back.
there.
And both this one and the hybrid one had a cool down timing. You would turn them on, and they would run for about 5 minutes, and then they go into cool down mode to maintain battery life. That's about how fast I can work. between talking and making sure the cameras are right. It actually probably might have been less than 5 minutes. And so I was constantly resetting the tool and waiting for it to heat back up again, which actually made working with it longer. They have a new one of these where this body is now a little higher. This is still there. I don't remember how it's different.
It just feels more ergonomic.
It's a little more ergonomic. It's got the temperature control on it, and it doesn't cool down.
The main thing that frustrates.
Yep. Or if it does, it's like 20 minutes to half an hour. So it's it was long enough I didn't notice. But it's nice that it's just the little one like this, and they're sending me that one, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Yep. They're going to send me more of the hobby knives. They're making a silver pen.
Ooh.
The hush hush, wink wink, nudge nudge doesn't really exist. Not allowed to talk about it. Is other artsy tips, basically wood burning tips that probably will be able to fit onto this, or maybe a wood burning tool. One of the two.
Better melting tips. I can appreciate
Yeah.
it. Fine tuned crafting. There's sometimes you just I get it.
Yep. That was the main out of the maker's tools that I really got to work with that was different, right? Thinking. Yeah, I think that was it. I think I had the same. No, the rotary tool was slightly different. The small rotary tool was slightly different. I'm not sure how.
Was it bigger or smaller?
It was the same as the precision tool.
Okay.
But I think it was an updated version of the precision tool. But I don't remember it being a huge difference.
Interesting. I want to know more about that one.
And then they had lots of other things. There's actually a drill press stand that's on the Ryobi website right now, where it's a non-motorized item. It's a thing you then attach a tool into, and it turns it into basically a drill press. Yeah, which is pretty cool. And they had 2 different upright vacuums that were shop vacs or home vacs that have all sorts of different attachments all over it for...
Vacuum cleaners are so helpful while you're... I know it's such a stupid, silly thing, but if you could just, as you're making the foam dust, suck it up at the same time.
Yeah, you just suck it up while you're making foam dust.
Or any dust. It's just, yeah. Anyways,
no, it's all good.
I want a vacuum cleaner. That's on my wish list.
Excellent. Hey, Ryobi, if you're watching, vacuum cleaners on Felicia's wish list.
Shop vac, specifically.
Shop vac or the or this upright one could kind of work because anyway, all the different pieces come off, and
no, I know.
There was a channel in the back of it that was specifically designed to be big enough to suck up an entire Cheerio. I didn't quite get to play with the vacuums that much. I did a little bit. The other thing I did that worked out really well, that Ryobi was saying, don't show the safety team that. So I'm sitting with the precision tool, and mine's probably dirty wherever it is, grinding away on my black EVA foam while I'm making, I made like a knife and a helmet while I was on the con floor. I just made it up. It wasn't from anything. It was a fantasy, little short sword dagger, and a fantasy helmet. Nothing special. But of course, working with the rotary tool, I created a lot of black dust sitting there in my area, and it was all over my hand. Well, I realized, actually, I do kind of need the precision tool now. Can I get it really quick?
I'm adding the dots because if we wait any longer, the glue's going to be too dry.
Okay. Oh, that's a charger. Here it is. Hey, no wonder I can't find it. It's in front of me.
I eyeballed it. So, there's that. But I like the precision tool. Where's my favorite one? With the metal. Here it is. Right here. This one.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, they're sending me a new one of those, too.
Okay. This is the one I've been...
Yeah. So I had the precision tool totally covered with dust, and I had the wet dry, slightly different wet dry shop vac. This one's a little different than the one they had. But anyway, it fit. I would just take it and stick it over, and
Clean your tool?
Clean the tool right off because it fit inside the dustbuster. And then I went, all right, and I did this, and I did this, and they all went.
I don't want to hear what else you did.
Don't show. Well, that's as far as I went. So
oh,
that's
okay.
all I had dust on. And they all of them went, don't show safety. You're just sticking your fingers into the vacuum cleaner. But it worked. It's like, and hey, my finger's clean.
You know, dust is a thing.
Dust in the wind.
It affects your tools. It gunks them up. Keeping them clean helps.
Yeah, that's interesting. Both of my vacuum cleaners here are slightly different than what I had in the con floor. All right. Oh, hey, look, the knobs got glued on.
Yeah, they were going to dry out, so I just stuck them.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's like I'm too busy talking or something.
Walker Industries says, I see some props and helmets on set are gone. What happened?
Well, cons. About 15 feet that way, I've got 6 black and yellow totes full of, well, all my props that you're not seeing because they were all just at Stockton Con on display at a 10 by 20 booth. I am really glad that I've done Stockton Con before, and even though I look at the map and I got a 10 by 10 booth, I go, okay, I better pack for more, and I did, and I showed up, and sure enough, it was Odin Makes booth 1, Odin Makes booth 2. Alrighty, we're going to spread out.
Yep.
Yep.
Question: are you still gonna do the giveaway?
I need to get that video done.
Okay.
Yes, that's, yeah. And I mentioned that to them. It's like, I'm sorry I haven't got that done. They're like, it's okay. They're not worried
Okay.
about it. So, Felicia and I had actually shot the giveaway video and haven't got it edited yet. So,
Yeah, but there's some fun things in it.
there's some fun things in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go. So I did that. We did that. Oh, the next thing is he's
Breaking
taking
a pen.
He's taking a pen so he can make his marks. I think I can
Good.
I can do a pen.
But you're thinking of what tools that you have, because we actually have those pipes that we are going to use for. No, it's in the other box. Where's the other box?
He gives a specific size, doesn't he?
What about these?
Those will work, yeah.
This one's
Twisting
prettier.
motion.
Stephen Mills asks, will you both be watching She-Hulk?
I totally want to watch She-Hulk. I'm looking forward to it, but I haven't finished Moon Knight yet.
So much catching up I have to do, but yes, I want to.
But She-Hulk looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
It looks good. Yeah.
Yamala says, can you show Toby?
Toby's.
around?
Hi, Toby's. Oops. Hi, Toby. This is Toby. That's.
He's kind of fighting me.
I know.
I'm trying to pick him up and he's trying to squat.
Yeah.
He probably
This is
doesn't like
Toby.
my hands being in his armpit. He seems really upset.
No,
He's totally not.
yes, he's excited about the attention, and now they're having fun.
The calipers that are over there, is this 8mm? It does not. This looks like it's about 6 or 5.
Okay, it doesn't look it, but here. Jerry Karen Cosplay says rust adds flavor, right? So.
Yep, rust adds flavor. Yep, this is only about 6
I was
mm.
gonna say, did I stir my coffee with the wrong thing?
Oh gosh, I hope not.
That's right.
Oh, somebody else. I finally got to meet Brian from Cos Tools because they weren't far from Chicago, so I got to actually meet the guy from Cos Tools who's been nice enough to give me all these wonderful Cos Tools. I got to meet him in person and say hi, and then borrow some of them over at the Ryobi booth, and they didn't care because it wasn't tools that they made.
You know what? They're complimentary.
They are.
You know, the right tools make the job so much easier, and sometimes
This is
you don't know the
probably
right
size.
tools that you need until after the project's over. Just gonna go for it.
Well, this is about the right size.
Alright. I knew it. I eyeballed it.
So you did. This has got an 8mm internal diameter. Inside diameter. Just like this. And going back and forth a few times. The hard thing, sort of, is to just knock stuff off the front. Was that expensive? Oh yeah, it was. That was your phone.
My phone?
Your phone.
Oh no, it wasn't expensive then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cosmo, there's no vowels, so I don't know how to pronounce it, says, lots of love from India. So,
Oh, cool.
lots of love to India. That's awesome.
Dan Does Junk says, adds a good healthy dose of iron.
Right?
Yes, it does. Whatever it is. Oh, mixing the wrong thing. Except this is brass, but yeah, that's the idea.
Well, rust adds flavor. Actually, I remember I was having an iron deficiency dealing with that at one point, and they were suggesting that I cook tomato sauce in a cast iron pan. And
Well,
my
that'll totally do it.
mom was telling me about how my grandma used to boil not rusty nails, but nails to add iron.
Grandma boiled rusty nails to make her coffee in the morning.
Kind of a thing. It's crazy.
And not only did it get her going, but then when she bit the end off of her cigar and put it on her combat boots, she'd bite nails off out in the yard.
What can I say? My grandma was a badass bitch. So.
Grandma was totally badass.
But just interesting. Yeah. Gotta get iron from somewhere, right? It's the same iron. Wonder if it's the shavings they add to Iron Kid's bread. No. Yeah. H70 Polo says, I have way too much iron in my diet. Call me Iron Man. Yeah, that's an issue that some people... You're gonna melt the hot glue welds!
Shouldn't too much.
Okay, I got anxious. I was like, I didn't even... Austin Lips says, the Proton Pack is looking good today. I know, we're getting
Thank
so
you.
far.
We're getting somewhere.
Like, it actually looks like we're gonna, like, make some progress.
Yeah, we actually kind of have like Proton Packness going on. Yeah, it's a little flexible still, but we'll be coating this with a hard coat.
And we
creature
left the
cast.
backs off, and we will be stuffing them and supporting them, and it'll happen, but we're getting there. Nothing like dragging out a project by skipping a few weeks, so.
Yeah.
Walker Industry at Felicia. Coolest grandma story ever, yeah? My grandma boils nails.
Yep.
Schultz Division
Come
says,
on, do
gotta
the
go,
thing.
guys and gals. Have a nice day. Remember to smash the like button. Bye, Schultz Division. Thank you for
Bye,
being
Schultz
here.
Division.
Bye, Schultz.
Okay. So those two. Then we need. Try not to walk in front of the camera.
Testing Limit says, hi, Odin.
You can click stop.
Ho, Felicia. I think he's trying to say hi. Says, I suggest foam board for the backing. Light, cheap, and easy. That's one of those things that I was thinking about because people use wood for a really good back foundation. We just have foam so far. It's, you know, not structurally unsound, but it's not foam core for our backing.
Right.
Because Testing Limit suggests foam board, which makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
But
Even foam board, well, it depends on foam board. He says foam board, I immediately think of Artist Illustrator foam board or foam core, the paperback stuff.
yeah, and that stuff
I
as
would
soon
go
as you
Sintra.
yeah, Sintra makes more sense. Foam core, like I get it, and I love working with it, and I made armor out of it before. But as soon as it's bent, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
It's like once you crunch a corner, it's crunched. You know.
Yep.
But I think this with the support should be good.
Okay.
Because these aren't too floppy, and then when it's all secured to a solid base,
Uh-huh.
and then we're also adding a kind of an outer shell to add to the structural support. But although we could add a layer of that Costco cardboard, just as
We could. That actually would help a little.
because that would add structural support internally that wouldn't affect.
Yeah.
So something to think about. We're getting there. We do have to add the back, but I'm leaving it off till the very last possible moment
Yep.
because I don't want to cut in and add holes and like keep going back in here. I want to add all the fun bells and whistles, and then when it's done, just glue it shut. The best that we can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's maintenance work that you can still do on it. Change out light bulbs and stuff.
Chris Van Zeeland says, thank you for recommending Plexi Cosplay's Mighty Thor helmet at C2E2. I went and grabbed one of theirs at their booth.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. How did the kit go together? So when I was at C2E2, I met with Plexi Cosplay. She was right next to Trirex and Beverly Downen and Cos Tools. They're all right there together. But I saw that Plexi had a box of pre-laser cut or pre-laser etched Mighty Thor helmet patterns. That
is awesome.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it is awesome. Working on gearing up to trying to do that. And anyway, how did that go together? How well did that work for you? Did that? It's been a week. Have you touched it? You may not have yet.
Right? No, sometimes it's just like, you know how long it took us just cutting out the bits and pieces?
Right.
That's why I want to try using a laser robot for the neutrino one to see if it helps or if it's just as crazy in a different way. But we'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll make a mess here together. Don't worry, we won't work on this before the stream. Never do.
No. Well, the one thing that might happen off stream is spraying it.
The spraying it?
Yeah. Either that or we have to set up a remote camera to do it. And now we're going to go live outside to the spray gun to see how well things are going.
I
Well,
think we
we're
should go on
outside in the
location.
wind. It's California fire season, so currently it looks like the post-apocalypse out here. But what we're going to be doing here pretty quick is spraying some stuff that's super sensitive, so all the smoke particles will probably ruin what we're trying to do. I poked too hard.
I can see that.
I got excited.
Yeah, I'm pro post-apocalyptic look. I say we bring them out there.
Okay.
We spray it down, because honestly, I don't know how we're going to do it. Like, I
Yeah.
know we've talked about it, but it's something we haven't used before at all. And last time we did that with the Roscoe stuff, we made lovely paint stroke marks with the thing and had to have Joe come save us and make it
Yep.
look much better.
Yep.
And if we're spraying it, that is going to involve equipment and things and
And delusions.
diluted solutions.
Delusions.
So, yeah, I think we should do it on the stream, like,
Okay.
because we're gonna fumble through it, and I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they need to see that happen.
Okay.
Because, yeah,
Everybody can be upset if I mix up a little bit of Creature Cast beforehand and give this whole thing a try, right? Go through a dry run to make sure that, okay, I know how much thickener to add. Hey, by the way, there's an extra step to Creature Cast. It isn't just shake the jug up and go. I'm going to add a little bit of a thickener to it so it'll stick better to once it's sprayed. And do that just so when we do actually do it on the stream, I don't spend the entire time cursing like a sailor and not actually getting anything done.
well, that's the thing is, we could do that, but if it doesn't happen, oh well, we'll figure that stuff out in front of y'all, and we can, yeah, don't worry, just live,
Just live.
yes.
We have Adaptable Gamers Inc. here. who
Oh,
are,
sweet.
At Stockton Con.
Yes, they were. That's hire for hire.
Yep.
Yep. Hey, guys.
They say you got too onion in it. You need layers, LOL.
You got to onion it? You mean to make it in layers?
Well, the back of the Proton Pack, if we add the substrate, you know.
Also, we need to do layers with spraying. It's like, here's a coat. Here's another coat.
We really do.
Yeah.
We didn't want to wait with the Dragon Ball Z armor. We just wanted it on, and we wanted it
Usually,
big and glossy and gorgeous. And of course, we used paintbrush and stripey bit.
way back in the day when I was actually putting videos out every week, I didn't have time usually to wait for something to air dry, you know, like spraying a water-based sealant or you know, Mod Podge. It doesn't take long, but when you're using Plastidip and it's done in 15 minutes, everything else takes longer. So that's one of the reasons why I've been sticking with Plastidip is it fits my last-minute schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, Ellis.
It's a great product too, and sometimes done is better than perfect. Let's see what people were saying. Testing Limit says, "Oh yes, I've never used Sintra, so no idea." But you understand that we need some support, so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, Sintra is just a it's a PVC board, but it's been foamed, so it's still strong, but it's lightweight.
It's plastic cardboard.
Yeah.
James Allen says, "Just record the spraying, then use that on the stream." So
That
if
was
you
a thought.
pre-do it.
Yeah, we did that once before with the speed build of something here that I recorded doing it and then played the recording back.
Yeah, so maybe.
One of the two.
And Chris Van Zeeland says the kit is super clean and looks like it will be a nice assembly.
Oh, sweet. Good to hear.
We also have Blaze Elims, I think is how I'm...
Elms?
Elms? Is it Elm?
I don't know. I butcher names very.
I had
randomly.
the same problem with the same person last time. Hey, Odin, for one of your next videos, can you please make a Halo energy sword?
Oh, interesting. That is a possibility. One of the reasons why I've stayed away from the Halo energy swords, the Fable sword, the Soul Calibur sword, is that it is a double-pronged sword, and like it's got 2 points that pop off. So just like a trident, they're just gonna wiggle like a tuning fork, and constantly every time you touch them, and drive me nuts. So
You have some opinions.
I have some opinions. What I want is some foam.
What kind of foam are you looking for currently?
Trying to find some a little piece of 6mm foam that I can. There we go. Start. Your ears broken.
Toby got up to help you.
I walked over to go find a piece of scrap foam, so I can probably should have got more than just one scrap foam.
What are you trying to do? What are we working on? Oh, you're making rivets.
Yep, I want to make rivets.
Rivets.
Rivet.
Rivets.
Can I have the snap-off blade, please?
No.
No, thank you.
There's a
Oh.
lot of things here. I spy with my little eye something sharp and shiny.
There's a few of those over there.
We also have Cosmad Gomez saying, do a Conchu staff from Moon Knight, please. I mean, you haven't finished Moon Knight.
Right. I've seen Konpatsu, what is it?
The Conchu staff.
Conchu, that's it.
It's a big giant moon staff he holds.
Right.
It's just got a giant crescent moon on it.
But it's stuffy.
But it's staffy.
But it's staffy.
Mm-hmm. Stephen Mills has a $2 super chat saying, Odin, have you ever met punished props?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I have met Bill, and I have met. I've met Bill. I've met. Keep on saying Beverly. That's not it. Wow, am I doing bad? It's,
Don't worry, we're all watching and
we're all
judging you.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's probably watching you, judging you. Hey, forget my name, Odin. I thought you meant more to me than that.
I forgot my wife's name. So I've met them both. I've met both the Durans, and I've met Paige Redbird. I met them all at Dragon Con in 2019. I know I'm going to remember her name in just a minute, and I'm really sorry I'm stuck on Beverly, and I don't think that's right. Probably is right. Yeah, they're wonderful people. I actually really like them a lot, and it was a lot of fun talking to them, and I'm really excited that I'm going to get to see Bill again in a couple of weeks. Wow.
You can talk.
You know the video where we were my breakfast is worn off, my brain's failing. Where Felicia and I were looking for the glue for gluing together the vinyl. Yeah. Mrs. Duran is the one that headed up that project, and I kept talking, and wow, why can't I remember her name right now? Can't even remember her handle on Instagram, and I knew that too for the longest time. Because it's Chinbeard, Paige Redbird, and I probably got people telling me at this point. I've delayed long enough. Brittany! So good, at least I've got the B part right.
It's Brittany.
Bill and Britt, that's it.
Odin's brain is low on water.
Odin's brain is low on...
Drink some water.
Okay.
Bernie
It's okay, at
Davis-
2:15 I got a podcast interview that I don't think is live. So it's okay if my brain isn't working.
That's okay, we'll fry it. It'll taste better that way.
Oh, okay, good.
Bernie Davis says, I use googly eyes as rivets, and that looks great once they're painted. And then I went over here and stole these off of Odin's
Yep.
pegboard over there. These are lovely little pearl bead stickers.
Yep, the lovely little pearl bead stickers I specifically bought for doing big dome rivets on Mechagodzilla. But the reason why I'm not putting them on these is this is step 1 of making a tube. Step 2 is putting and making into a socket screw.
So we're making them a little more detailed by adding the middle piece, so it's not like a full rivet. It's
Yep.
yeah. But fun things that you can work with. Who's going to judge? If they're looking that close, thank you for
We're all
noticing.
judging.
Right?
This is the internet. Everything's being judged.
Oh, of course. Every time.
I had, what's it there? I had 2 screw guns. No, I'm not seeing one. There is in here.
What are you looking for?
This is where, oh yeah, there's all this stuff.
All the things that you needed.
All the things I needed.
Richard Stroh says, hey Odin and Felicia, I'm actually working on Jafar's staff and Gandalf's staff, and I'm going to make them both light up. I'm also just got done making my own owl house staff. So
Oh, that's kind of cool.
staffs are cool. Oh, look at it. Work smarter, not harder.
It
Tools
took
make the
way
job
too
easier.
long. to do that by hand. It's doable. If you have patience, but my patience upgrade has not happened yet.
There you go.
Thank you. So let me do a few more of these because I know the one thing our viewers love is high-pitched motors in the microphone. That's their favorite. Every one of them always says how much their ears appreciate that.
Stephen Mills says you could use the resin printer to print some hex flex rivets and hex socket screws.
You could. My favorite thing would be drive to the hardware store and buy a box of them because I bet they're still cheaper than the cost of resin. But
Dan Dunce Junk says Ryobi rivet maker.
Yep, it's a new Ryobi foam rivet maker.
And Jerry Can Cosplay says, it's not that loud.
Well, that's good.
I'm just smooshing the hole in the middle. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Making mini donuts here. Mini donuts.
Bryce Niu says, when in doubt, use more power!
Yeah!
Mariah Wood says, the pack is looking good, y'all. How many more steps till the blaster gets worked on?
86.
Well, I think we're getting towards that because we could cut out all the pieces for the wand and then paint them all at once, you know. So we can jump around.
Jump around.
We'll see. You know, planning ahead. We'll do that eventually.
With a sneeze.
I'm sorry.
Stream's ruined.
Blaze Elm says that drill be going brrr.
Yeah.
Stephen Mills says, gotta go. Hope you all have a great day.
Thank you, Steven. Appreciate you hanging out.
Bernie Davis says, looks like mini marshmallows that in a hot chocolate packet.
Yeah, basically.
Now I want to eat.
Little did you know that when they make mini marshmallows, they're just taking full-size marshmallows and drilling through them with a brass rod.
It's efficient.
Sort of like the Roger Rabbit cartoon or the old school cartoon where they take an entire tree, put it into a giant pencil sharpener, and it pulls out a single toothpick.
Robert Crowd is saying Cause Tool Circle Cutter? Can't you just use that?
Cause Tool Circle Cutter isn't the 8mm that's required by the instructions. It's either 5mm or 10mm. So I'm splitting the difference because apparently 8mm matters. I seriously doubt it's just because it's what Chris had on hand in his shop. I'm sure it was researched as being properly correct. So I'm using this instead.
Lone Bomb the guy says, eventually.
Yes. In relation to whatever happened. Now, because I'm obviously behind the times. Speaking of cause tools, one of the things that I would love to have happen that I haven't seen yet. Not gonna lie that the cause tools drill set is still my favorite specific cause tool, right? And the idea of how these work is I've got the big plastic piece that's got the sharpened blade on it, and this fits inside of the holder, which then has a plastic threaded part. So as you, I gotta back it all the way out of the threads. So now the cutter is at the same surface as this. It's the holder, it's the visual loop area, right? So I can set this down against my foam, and then as I twist it, basically screw the red thing back into the clear plastic thing. It is also drilling out the foam itself, and now I've got a very perfect, way more so than what I'm doing here with the drill, 5mm hole, and it has a plunger. What I'd love to see, the plunger to eject the plug that I've cut out, which half the time I'm using the plugs, not the holes. What I'd love to see is an adapter for this guy to chuck into one of these guys. And then you just go slow. And I think that
Did you 3D print a part?
I doubt I could, because I haven't got the patience for those machines, and you have them in here to see how well that one's worked.
Bruno does not appreciate that machine.
No, Bruno does not appreciate that machine.
It's too sketchy.
For the record, that one doesn't work because it did a cross-country trip.
Oh, he doesn't judge if it works or not. It just moves, so therefore he barks at it. Yes.
I would be judgmental if that one doesn't work because it's in my dust-laden, train-vibrating, temperature-fluctuating shop, which just seems to be the worst condition or the worst places to put any type of 3D printer because...
Too many variables in the situation change everything.
At this point in time, my 3D printing expert, who is going to come out here and fix everything and save everything, is having exactly the same success ratio I've been having, which is about 10%.
For the record, I did get some stuff printed.
Yes. So, Jerry King Cosplay is asking a silly question. If everyone in the shop was part of the crew of a ship in Star Trek, what rank would you each be?
Rank?
I haven't watched Star Trek.
I'd be the red shirt that dies at the beginning of the episode. With my
So
luck.
would Chloe. Haven't watched Star Trek.
Ouch.
Okay, so small, detail, unimportant spoiler for Lightyear if you haven't seen the movie. This is a dumb thing that I loved, and I want to talk about it. It happens right in the beginning, and it's not critical to the story at all. If you've seen the trailer for the Lightyear movie, you got Buzz Lightyear, and you have Hawthorne, his friend, that she's like his commander, and the two of them are talking in the trailers, right? So the two of them and a third person drive away from the base. They're on an away mission. Buzz's suit is mostly, green trim. The commander's got like some other color trim, yellow or blue, I think. And they have another guy who has a maroon trim. One of them gets grabbed by a carnivorous plant. Can you guess which one? The red shirt died at the beginning of Lightyear within the first 5 minutes on an away mission. That made me very happy.
My shirt would probably be red, but if I got to choose, I would probably be in the medic.
Okay, yeah.
Big.
Yep, that's
I
a
like
good
the
choice.
blue ones. Yeah.
Medics are really cool too.
This is the wrong size plug. But I got the little centers in all of them except for this one.
Bryce Neo is quoting Peter Venkman saying, "Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria."
Well, Bruno and Toby got a little pet kitty cat they've been very happy with.
Oh yeah, there's little soot Sprite.
Yeah. He's been chewing on Bruno like Bruno used to chew on Toby.
Oh good, Bruno needs that.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He very much does.
Have some of your own medicine.
Right, I brought them a new little overlord, and he is doing a very good job overlording them.
Cats are really good at that.
Right? Like, he has it down to a science. Like, he makes sure they have their food and their water. Oh my gosh, did the cat just go up underneath Toby while he was eating his food and just go help himself?
Okay.
Like, he is their overlord. Oh, I missed one. I'm finding the ones I missed.
There's only a couple.
Trying to finish something says Felicia would not be a red shirt.
Ooh, trying to finish something is in here?
Yes.
Hey, Sean! Hey, everyone who's watching the live stream. Try to Finish Something is a good friend of mine with his own YouTube channel, kind of like Strick Hayford and Jerry Can Cosplay. So if you all jump over really quick to the, well, don't leave this window, but go check out Try to Finish Something's channel. He's been working on my brain's failing. I can picture it. It's a piece of, he found a cool piece of electronics hardware and he's reconfiguring it to make it look like it belongs in the Rebel base. And yeah, fun guy. So go sub to his channel, I'd appreciate it. Go sub to Jerry Can Cosplay's channel, I'd appreciate it. And go sub to Strict Aphid's channel, I would appreciate it. Because all three of those guys are my friends, are patrons, are people that I've worked with either on streams or on video collaborations. So thank you very much. There's your homework.
Yay, crafting community. Let's support each other. But, yes. Trash Panda says, I'm still pointing out the similarities between ESB, Luke Skywalker, and Buzz Lightyear. Completely missed the red shirt reference. Yeah. You know, honestly, if I could be any of the characters, I'd be Uhura. She was my role model. I love that girl. I loved her for
great.
just existing. I like the ear thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I'll make her outfit. Working on it. I use the fabric up, though.
It's not a heat gun.
You know how many times I've done that and just felt really, like, that?
You know, I really want to hold it, but I know I can't because
The blows it away.
heat gun gets hot.
You know, you could put it in a cardboard box.
Could do that. Well, but I don't want to heat them up right now because I'll end up ruining the impressions you've put on all of them. Alrighty. So let's click back over to his window. We got these things made. Those down here. So we made a whole bunch of those.
We have Matthew Barker asking, could a Ghostbuster catch a Force Ghost?
Well, technically they could suck it up into, if it's the same. I think they'd have to use more force. They could force it.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I don't want that to come on. Go
You don't want
away.
to force the situation.
I just want that to go away.
I believe they could. I
Could
think you
Ghostbuster
could,
count?
like, I feel like you could upgrade it to accept Mandalorians or whatever they're called.
Whatever they're called.
Whatever they're called. The
Those
magic little things that make your blood
you take
more
your Shikrizer
Jedi-y.
and you check out the blood sample mannequin, and wow, his Mandalorian cell count is off the chart.
Pretty much. I feel like it could be converted. So there you go.
Yes, Mandalorian is actually the metric version of the midichlorian, so that works out.
Metaphorians.
A Mando Buster, Matthew Barker said.
Mando Buster. Yeah, I feel like you could upgrade your pack if you needed to.
Mandalorian Ghostbuster.
Fit an Obi-Wan in there.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, you're not the only ghost.
Oh yeah, there's some people who've done Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Mandalorians.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that yet. There was a... Oh, C2E2. I got pictures on my Instagram. I saw a mix-up of Toy Story Mandalorians.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there was a Buzz Lightyear Mando and a Woody Mando and a Jesse Mando and a Bo Peep Mando. And forgetting one of them, and then the
Jesse, Woody,
the
Buzz.
aliens.
Did they do Dinosaur or Slinky or Mr. Potato Head?
No. Is that?
They did Bo Peep. That's Buzz and Bo Peep are a couple.
Buzz and Bo Peep.
And then Woody... Wait, no.
The
Woody
Jesse,
and Bo Peep are a couple.
right.
Yes.
Jess and Buzz
Those
are a couple. And then
So
you have
maybe
Mr.
it
and
was-
Mrs. Potato Head.
So maybe it was only the Martian past that.
And then...
So I think there's only 5 of them. So it
Because
probably
of the
was
Martians, the kid to the... Oh, is the
Yeah.
Potato Head's adopted children.
Did Buzz Lightyear have the wings?
Yes,
Oh,
actually.
that's cool.
And there was another Buzz Lightyear that had wings that had an electrical problem that I got to fix. And then he showed off the wings. He is also on my Instagram.
So check out Odin's Instagram.
Yeah.
Some photos there.
Fun new friends I made at C2E2. And hopefully, I will be at C2E2 again this spring. So Ryobi's already saying that, yeah, we're gonna. I think we're gonna do this again, and we want you to come out again. So nothing's written down in paper, but everything sounds positive.
Yay! Adventures. The heat gun makes the biggest difference in the world, and now they look 10 times better. So use the heat gun, people. The tools make the job so much freaking easier. I mean, yes.
But it was a lot of fun watching Felicia just crush things with a hammer. Welcome to Felicia's Hammer channel.
Don't worry. It's how I sew often.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm sewing. That's how you sew with leather a lot, because that's how you hem.
Yeah.
You glue it and then you smash it with a rubber mallet.
Strict Aphid's been doing a lot of leather builds. It's pretty cool.
It's a very good crossover material with foam because it has a lot of the similar properties that
Yeah, it has a lot of similar...
overlapping properties and issues and things. And being a natural material, it breathes better, and there's some benefits to... Anyways, I feel like if you can get into foam working, leather working's not a far step out. Because I did leather working before foaming.
Oh, okay.
More comfortable working with leather than foam, personally. Yes.
So how long has it been that we've been working on these bumps, right? We talk, I get distracted. I'm pretty good at that part.
Yeah.
But how long has it been, and how much better would it be to just use real button? Use
Are you
real button
over
head
these
screws?
and not?
No, these are working fine because if it was, these are foam and they're actually being crafted. But I mean,
The look would be cleaner if we just used the real bolts.
we'd be done.
Yeah, let's use real bolts. Honestly, these look like Cheerios. Like I could just glue a Cheerio to our pack and it would look better. I'm not trying to talk shit, but
Yeah.
they're a little rough. You know, like the heat helps significantly.
So if you want to punch number 2 and cut. So here's the 5 that I've got going.
Cheerios, right, people?
Cheerios. Let me get my hand out of the way. And these are the ones that
Non-heated.
that are non-heated that Felicia's been pounding, and with a hammer, and it totally works. And once these are sprayed with stuff, they'll look great. I mean, to you guys at home, they probably still just like white pixels. But
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to go to Ace Hardware and just pick up a box of
Yeah.
screws.
Robert
which I
Kraut
need
says
more than
we've
just
thrown
these
about 20 minutes down the tube working on this side. Yeah, it's okay.
That's all.
That's 20 minutes,
That's not
whatever.
bad.
I have spent more doing corrections on other things. So.
All right.
Yep. Screw that.
Field trip. We'll be going to Ace Hardware later today.
Try to finish something says she's right. A lot of work to make Cheerio.
A lot of work to make a Cheerio. That's right.
Wax made it look so easy, and of course, you pick the ones that look clean. Careful! I stepped on a cinder block to get that. Okay. Whew.
Probably a good plan.
Yeah.
At least I didn't step on Bruno to get to that.
Yeah.
Trying to finish something says she is right. A lot of work to make a Cheerio.
I am so glad the moderator's listening to what we're talking about, too.
Sorry.
Did you catch your bus?
Maybe.
Hey, I'm very appreciative that we have a moderator here. I can't speak, but I'm grateful that we have somebody here.
I'm appreciative that we have monitors here, too, but
Yes.
the moderator in-house
Monitors
is
and
really
moderators. Yeah.
Monitor.
good as well. There was a bearded dragon at Stockton Con.
Yes.
He was very cool. He had a little vest on.
And he entered the cosplay contest.
Did he enter the cosplay contest?
My sister has a pet bearded dragon, and I was at Petco the other day, and they have really good costumes for guinea pigs and lizards.
Lizards? Okay, a small animal costume.
Like, because I was looking, and I was going to get Bruno something, but they were a little weirdly small, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? They were for guinea pigs, and I'm like, I had a guinea pig named Hamster. He would squeak, squeak. Anyways.
I was talking to a friend recently, just through instant message, talking about how the roommate started watching G-Force, and that was really kind of it was a little too loud, whatever else, right? And I started talking about, G-Force? I remember G-Force. I really liked it. They called it Battle of the Planets in the States, and it came out in like 78, and there was this, has the ship turned into the Phoenix yet? Because you got the 4 teenagers with the bird helmets, and they finally interrupted saying, no, it's the movie with the guinea pigs. There was a movie with guinea pigs that came out like 10, 15 years ago called G-Force. And so these guinea pigs in hamster balls saving the day. And I completely forgot that movie existed because I'm remembering the anime. The 70s anime. Because I'm old!
That's okay. I feel like that's more memorable than a hamster. Now I want to see it. Like, I really want to see that. I like guinea pigs. They're very social creatures.
First, I know it's a cute and fun movie. I actually haven't seen the guinea pig movie, so it's fun to make fun of. But for all I know, it's really a lot of fun to watch. But I don't know because I haven't seen it. Yeah.
So Cosmad Gomez says, where did you get the lightsaber blade from?
The lightsaber blades. All the lightsaber blades I've gotten so far, I can pick up at a local sheet plastic facility. Way back in the day when there was such a thing as Yellow Pages, you could look up sheet plastic supplier. You could still Google that, and you should be able to find a brick and mortar store, hopefully close to where you are.
We got taps.
The one here is called TAP, the Amazing Plastic Place. So it's TAP Plastics. I'm able to walk in and I can buy a 1-inch polycarbonate tube. I believe it's 6 feet long. It runs about $40, and I'm able to get 3 blades out of that without a problem. I just compromise a tiny bit on the blade length. There's another supplier not far from here who isn't set up specifically for retail, but will do will call. So this is a supplier that only does mail order, right? But they have a little window that I can walk into where I can just pick it up because I'm local. I don't have to wait for it to get shipped on a truck. And they also sell polycarbonate tubes, and they have it in different sizes. So they both have them in different sizes. But
you're looking specifically for a polycarbonate tube, whether
Yeah.
you get it on the internet or in a physical place.
Exactly. In the reason, if you're ever going to use it as a combat lightsaber, because polycarbonate is the material that safety glasses are made out of. It is a very...
You can whack it.
You can whack it. It is a very flexible tube. It will stress and deform and turn white and won't break, shatter,
cut you.
Like-
It may bruise you. Don't like hit your
Oh, yeah.
friends and stuff like that. Don't recommend that. But you can like,
Yep.
you know.
Because acrylic will do that, and acrylic will actually crack and split very easily. So you get a small nick in it, it'll just go. Acrylic
Yeah.
isn't nearly as flexible, soft,
Beatable.
beatable. Acrylic is not
Not
as
as-
beatable as,
Yeah.
and also polycarbonate, because of the nature that it is. You need to be careful still, but you can use standard woodworking tools on polycarbonate plastic. Just go slow and be sure.
Yeah,
and-
it'll melt and give you like these weird beads of
Well, it cuts just fine on
shaving
a table saw.
if you go slow.
Yeah,
Like,
kinda. It does do
but
that
you can
too.
scrub those off. Just be aware, and that's what's going on. It's the heat.
Yeah.
You're melting plastic. Dan Does Junk says, at Cosmad Gomez, I got mine off Amazon. 1-inch
There
OD polycarbonate tube, 36 inches.
36 inches. And what did that run, I wonder?
Well, it depends on where you're at and when
Sure.
when you see it, because prices fluctuate, especially on Amazon. Like right before they go on sale, like prices jump, so that it looks like they drop, but
There
then
you
they
go.
go back up, but
Yep.
then they kind of come here, and so like, oh, anyways.
James,
So we're going to glue Cheerios onto the side of the Proton Pack.
No, we're going to throw those Cheerios in some milk, and we're going to get some screws and do it better.
Okay, James is saying something.
James H says, "Hey Odin, can you tell me how to get my glue pot open when I haven't used it in over a year and a half?"
Pick the boogers.
Pick the boogers. The glue pot.
You can melt it away with naphtha.
Yeah, you can use Snaptha. Naphtha and xylene are both solvents that will help.
More glue.
Get-
Glue will solve itself.
But for the most part, if you've got the same type of Echo glue pot that I have, then it's got a non-stick surface on it, and you can just kind of really work at picking the boogers off. Don't be afraid to point a heat gun at it. You can soften dried contact cement with a heat gun.
And more contact cement. You know how you can get Sharpie off of a whiteboard using dry erase pens? It's kind of the same thing. It's self-solvent, so you can soften it by adding another layer. And
100% true.
Wiggling it around. You know, science.
But that's also if you end up having a lot of dry glue in the bottom of your glue pot, like a year and a half might be enough that it's totally dried out and your bristles may be hosed. Yeah, you'll need to just get
A new brush.
naphtha, xylene, a new brush. There's also an industrial maintenance cleaner that was a substitute here that was available here in California for a little while. Those will all soften up the stuff inside the glue pot and be able to get the crud out of the glue pot.
Good luck. Hope you have fun picking.
Yep.
Matthew Barker says, I say Felicia's Hammer channel is just her drinking wine and getting hammered while taking out all the things that give her grief, i.e. Amazon sale prices. You know, I did make that whole project using a hammer.
I like this channel.
Right?
Felicia's getting hammered.
While hammering things. Daniel Banner, Cosplay Kid 29. Any plans for the next prop on this for us?
For us, we're going to be making the Trino one. And then we're going to make some Vickman goggles. And then we're going to make...
Yeah, we're Ghostbusters for a bit here.
yeah,
you
we're
know.
going to Ghostbusters for a little while.
And, you know, nothing stretches out a project by taking a good long break and hiatus, you know. Not
Yep.
working on a project definitely strings it out longer.
Also, try to finish something says, "Hi Joe." I don't understand why everybody thinks I'm Joe. Is it just because I'm off to the side?
It's because I can't see you,
Yeah, that's true.
and Joe's usually the other person.
The other person here, yeah.
Yeah,
That
but
makes
no
sense.
Joe today.
No Joe
No
today.
Joe.
It's somebody who you haven't met at all.
Yes, they have.
Well, they have once on the Patreon part of the stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
So try to finish something. If you're down in the area tomorrow, because as I understand it, you got one of those 4-letter word day jobs, feel free to drop on by and fun to go have lunch.
Louis Cossie says, "Hey Felicia, do a video on slimming up and distressing a Ghostbuster uniform like the movie." Well, that's what I was planning on doing for my part of the thing. Is I was going to take a bigger size one and scale it down and distress it. It's going to be part of this, ever long stretched out project. We're going to be too legit to quit by the end. That's the plan.
This isn't too bad. I know a lot of Ghostbuster guys spend a lot of time making their Proton Packs, getting the whole thing put together. Some guys power through it. And then I'm talking to the R2-D2 builder guys.
Oh, yeah.
And that can be 5 to 6 years and $7 to $9 grand to get an R2 unit running.
Get it just going.
Yeah, just get it going. And the one that we saw at C2E2 actually had a Ryobi inverter inside of its head to help power it.
You had mentioned that.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
I saw R2-D2 over at the California State Fair.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, somebody had one of those running around the thing, and I like it because you could tell who was operating it because they were kind of standing nearby, not looking with their remote control cut up down to the side.
Something tells me it might have been the same guy that was at StockCon.
No.
It wasn't.
No, the guy at StockCon.
we met him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Twice.
you met him twice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's R2SC. So if anybody wants to look that up online, it's
Because I was wondering.
R2
Okay.
Santa Cruz, so R2SC. Yep.
Yeah, no, it was somebody else because it wasn't him. Like I would say, who's running it,
Yep.
They're sitting to the side. They're close by.
He might be coming back up for SAC Academy, but I don't think he's got plans to go to Silicon.
Yeah, but yes. It's a project and a half.
Anyway,
We're going to get through that.
I'll quit picking
After he's done picking the boogers off the container.
bugger containers.
Try to finish something that says "See you then."
Sweet.
And Daniel Bench cosplay kid while a box falls down. Have you ever thought about making Thor's new helmet and making the Mjolnir with makeup on it? I think we talked about that.
There's makeup on... Oh, I haven't seen it. I'm missing something.
We talked about doing that. That hasn't happened yet. The new helmet, I might be done with Thor props for the moment. I think I'm going to move on to some Lego props and My Hero Academia maybe, and Berserk and a few other things. Because I've done 4 props for Love and Thunder. 3 props for Love and Thunder. I counted the Mjolnir I already had. No, it's 4. It is 4 props because Felicia's reminding me that one counts. So I think I'm done with that for right now. Yeah. Yeah.
I could be her scrawny little sister.
Okay. Caught up on that. What are we doing with the Cheerios afterwards? We're gluing them on, and then is there a detail step that happens after the Cheerios that we don't have? Clicking over. Hey, everybody on the internet, let's watch Odin Watch the Internet. And I don't have it set up, so it sounds riveting. Yes.
I need a bigger nose.
Velcroing that. He's working on gluing stuff in. So it looks like actually, yeah, that's it. So making a few rivets and adding them onto a couple of choice parts on the Proton Pack is actually the last detail.
Okay, I honestly want to get going on the wand before we start. I don't want to paint this and then start the wand and then paint the wand. I'd rather start building the wand and then paint them together. Is that weird?
No, that's once everything. Okay. Using a water-based material to actually spray something down. Yeah, if you're all set up for it, yeah. Otherwise, we're setting up to do it twice. Okay, internet. Felicia's saying that she wants to wait.
Well, I want to build the wand first.
You want to build the wand?
I want to get going on the wand. I know we could just finish this part up.
Which is what I was expecting, but
I kind of want to leave this part here.
Okay.
And jump over to the wand.
Okay.
And get it to this point.
Okay.
And then take them both over there and creature cast and paint them and distress them together.
Okay. Sure. Okay, so I'm all right with doing that. I assume I'm hoping everyone else is as well. If you're not, please speak up, or else we're gonna walk right on by and something else anyway. How about this? We're gonna go ahead and download and print out and take a look at the wand patterns right now. But I will take the wand patterns and translate them into a light burn file, and next week we can just burn and cut laser all the parts out.
We'll have a laser show, people.
Another laser
Lasers.
show! Instead of spending 5 weeks cutting stuff out by hand.
You know we could stretch this project out longer, right? We can cut all these pieces out by hand, like lovely Lost Wax Oz does. I'm super impressed that he did that and got his videos done and out.
We can cut our hands.
Right, or
I don't want to do that.
we could do lasers.
Lasers.
I'm pro lasers. I said we do lasers.
Alrighty. Well, let me reach over here. Now we have to fight with the printer that's older than all of us.
Well, even if it was a new, I feel like new printers still run on old software and don't like to talk to computers in general.
By the way, everybody, I'm nearsighted and can't see. There we are. Oh, now I can't see still because it's a little. We'll go to downloads, and we got Alice Pack, and we got Neutrino Wand. Click, and we're gonna go let's open up with what it wants to be opened up with.
And print from
And
there.
then print from here just in case the
Makes sense.
right click thing doesn't do what we want.
And John has a hole puncher at the front with where his printer is.
Oh, okay.
I'll go hole punch it real quick.
Okay, we got that.
Because
Auto,
we're not
perfect,
gonna need
and
the
it's
actual
only 26 pages. Print.
patterns because we're gonna laser cut them, but we'll use the patterns for references
Okay.
to number the pieces.
So,
Ooh, you can add numbers to the pieces with the laser. Sorry.
yes, we can.
I am excited about lasers and the capabilities that they open up. You know, the more work that they add, but also at the same time, the work that they take away, the balance.
Right. Yeah, there's more setup, but there's more reward.
There can be.
There can be.
There can be.
Can be.
There can be.
The printer's already giving us hell.
Really? Really? It's okay. It's because I looked at it. Technology doesn't always like me. Bernie Davis says, I could send you some Proton wands in your fan mail so you could play with them and have on set for reference for your build. I would love that. In all reality,
Who's saying this?
Bernie Davis.
Okay, Bernie Davis, if you're going to send a Proton wand, let's not send that to the P.O. Box. Get a hold of me through some sort of instant messaging somewhere, or email me at odin@odinmakes.com, and I'll get you my shop address. How about that?
Right.
Unless you're local. If you're local, then just
come on by.
Yeah, come on by.
Come show off your pack. Any local Ghostbusters, if you want to come on, we want to look at your Proton packs.
So there's your official invite, local Ghostbusters. Any local Ghostbusters. What does local mean? That means you're willing to drive here. Come on by and let's show off your pack and talk about stuff and how you did things. And we'll listen to you tear into our horrible rubber EVA foam packs that couldn't possibly look any good. One of the things I got to talk to with a Ghostbuster in Stockton was a guy who was excited about making a Proton pack, wanted to make one that felt right. So here's a comment that we've gotten a few times on the stream. Want something that's got the feel, so it's got the experience. It's a 35-pound ghost pack, and every time he says now, he puts it on, and towards the end of the day, it's like, I wish I made a lighter one.
In all reality, when we talked to Ben Eady, and he was the one who was Rumble Pack.
Yep, I remember Ben Eady.
By
the way, Ben Eady's going to be at Silicon.
I know, right?
Oh, awesome.
I feel like if you really want to have the feel of the pack, you don't want to kill your back.
No.
But the Rumble Pack, it gives you the I'm working with a real piece of equipment feel.
So the Rumble Pack is like the Rumble Pack from the Nintendo 64. This is it's a motor with an offset weight in it that actually causes it to vibrate and do the thing. That very quickly on set, everyone preferred those packs when they were using the packs because it felt like they were doing something. Something else on set with an actor on camera, you'll want a pack that looks right, that hangs right, that's got the texture, unless you're doing stunts, because the camera can see that and the actor can react to that. But the reality is, someone's going to yell cut after a couple of minutes, and they're going to take the pack off and put it on a table and go get a cup of coffee. If you're at a con, you are in your gear until you are out of your gear, at which point you probably will not get back into your gear. And you don't have a safe place to put it but your car. So if you have something heavy, there's a good possibility you're either going to wear yourself out or want to put it down. And at either one of those instances, wouldn't something lighter just be better?
Yeah. No, I know. I feel like there's a million ways to do it, and I appreciate when people like use the wood. Like we were looking at that one
Yeah.
at the CrockerCon.
Yeah.
And I was like poking it, going, it looks like what we're doing, but
Right. But it was wood.
it was wood and it looked like metal.
Right, because it's all about the paint. And
Yeah.
there was a guy at RocketCon that had made it out of an old Pelican case in Tupperware.
Yeah.
And it looked great. And of course, it didn't weigh anything because it was plastic.
Yeah, but I know there's the whole you go to lift something and it just comes way too, like.
Yeah, you on set drinking out of empty coffee cups. Yeah, I don't have one right here.
Right. I was like, where's Thor's
There's-
hammer? When people go to lift this and it just goes, woo, it's so
Yeah,
lightweight.
because I'm drinking out of a coffee cup on set. Yeah, because that. But
It has-
so you put
yeah.
fluid in it, and yeah, I get it.
No, it's the immersion. And I
Yeah.
appreciate wanting to really get immersed in the project. That's kind of why we're all geeking out on this in reality.
Well, it is summertime. All you do is find a swimming pool. We can all go get immersed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
Well, don't worry, we can get over our heads easily. But
Now we're going into the deep end.
But yes, I don't know. We got off on a tangent. Where are we at?
We're wondering why the printer isn't printing.
Yeah, I thought you were handling that.
I walked over and it said ready, and it was warming up.
Oh, okay.
Mickey Rat has entered the chat.
Oh, hi, Mickey Rat.
Ooh, Mickey Brad has entered the chat.
He's super late because I forgot the Monday live streams were coming back.
They're
Yes,
back!
We're here. Like, it's been a month for me.
Yeah, it has been a month for you.
It's been a bit. Lots has happened. Not gonna lie. Matthew Barker says, "Is Odin or Felicia open for interviews about the pack on Ghost Head Radio?"
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depending on Felicia's schedule, we both are.
Yeah, depends on my schedule. Yeah, I have a full-time job. Between that, we can make it work. Thank you guys for chatting. Yeah, you try to keep. Sorry if I miss your comments. It's moving. Ooh, Crazy Joe 67 says, "Odin, I finally made a Mad Max shotgun using your tutorial." That's awesome.
That's cool.
We had some great Mad Max costumes at the costume shop, like this leather jacket with these skull heads, and like it had this chainmail, like built-in panels in the front. That was a fun jacket. I miss it. Anyways, that's what I think about when I think about Mad Max. You okay?
Train. So yes, Ghost Head Radio, totally happy to talk. I know I can, but hopefully we can coordinate something.
Yeah, I'd be willing to work it out.
In fact, I'm doing a interview at just about an hour. Not about the pack, so.
Yeah.
Printing's happening.
It's happening, yes.
The USB cable was unplugged.
Oh, that would change things.
Yeah.
Is it user error? It's usually user error.
Total user error.
Yeah.
Just blame the big guy.
Sorry.
Go for it. What are you seeing?
Ultimate Sand saying, "Hey Odin, can you make an Optimus Prime mask since you've already made the Matrix of Leadership?"
We were talking about that. Joe made a really good Optimus Prime mask to go over someone's COVID mask, but it got sent off before we got a chance to do anything with it. Yeah, maybe. I actually like the Transformers. What I really kind of want to do, hey everyone, how about this idea? What I really kind of wanted to do is redo the Matrix of Leadership, possibly as a kit. Would anyone have such an interest in such a thing?
He has laser robots to do the.
I got laser robots. Yes, sorry. I'm talking over.
Robots.
I'm talking over poor Felicia.
I'm gonna go poke some holes in this paper. I'll be right back.
Are all the pages there?
Yep. Should I count them?
You should check the last one to make sure it says 25 or whatever it's supposed to be.
It's pattern pieces, so it doesn't tell me the pet.
Oh, okay.
But 21, 22,
Well,
23, 24, 25 pieces.
Ah, good. All the pages are there.
All right, Toby, stay.
That was more my concern. Jimmy33, hi all! Right back to you. Trying to finish something, saying something really nice to Felicia once she leaves the building. Oh, gotcha. No, that's really cool. I'll have to make sure that she hears that. Laser Death Machine time. That's from Mariah Woods. So let's see. The last two conventions I was at was C2E2 in Chicago, and then I was at Stockton Con in Stockton, and both were 2-day cons, and a lot of fun. My first time I've been in Chicago outside of the O'Hare Airport, and like Chicago, it's a little muggy, but I enjoyed where I was. I enjoyed the people. It was a fantastic experience. It was a lot of fun being in the Ryobi booth, meeting all these people who I've talked to for the past year, and getting to see some of the new products that are coming up, getting to hear possibilities of things that they're working on that we're not really completely supposed to talk about, but I already did earlier, so I'm not talking about it again because it's on the internet and nobody can remember anything. But Ryobi is totally going feet first into the deep end, into makers' tools, into crafting tools, into hobby tools. Some of the things they talked about when we were both on the con floor and the one time when we all went out to dinner is, there's a lot of stuff coming out. There's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't even think of that Ryobi would be doing that's coming out. That's going to be maker tool stuff. And I'm very excited about the possibilities of these new things and how, most of them are still going to be carried at Depot. You'll be able to order them through Depot. So, it's kind of weird to think about, there's this thing. And then the back of my head's like, but you can't talk about them. So here's me not talking about them. But I got to meet a lot of really cool people at C2E2. I got to meet Nick Fox. That's Nick Fox, right?
Yes, Nick Fox.
Nick Fox, a really good cosplay TikToker, fantastic guy, a lot of fun to talk to. He came by the booth a number of times, does a fantastic Dr. Horrible, does a great Marty McFly, and is all about screen accuracy and looking at his costumes. I agree that, okay, you're doing it. It's as accurate as he can get it to be, and that's what his goal is, and it's totally what he's doing. I got to meet up with Wolfgar, and I got to meet up with Talk Customs, and I got to meet up with DLC Props. I got to meet up with Props to History. Props to History is going to be at San Jose here in a couple of weeks. It was a lot of fun getting to see all these different people and getting to run around and have actual Chicago pizza in Chicago.
Oh, I'm jelly.
Oh, that was so good.
I want Chicago pizza.
Let's see.
Master plan.
Where do you put it?
Wherever I put it. So
Yeah, is it in the round file?
What?
Is it in the round file? Oh, there it is. So let's see. What was one of the interesting follies that happened in Chicago? Since I got my room was on the 34th floor. Never bothered to close the curtains because whatever, and no one's gonna look up here. If they can, who are they gonna see? Me. So and also my room faced west. So when the sun rose, it wasn't just coming right into the room. The day that I was gonna fly out, I had to catch my Uber at I think it was 6:15 in the morning in order to make the traffic, to get to the airport, to get on my airplane to fly back to California. So I diligently set my alarm for 4:30 or 5 or whatever it was, so I could get up. Yeah, I set it for PM, not AM.
Oh, that's the worst. Did you sleep through everything?
No. The window was open. The light came in. I opened up my eyes going, it's light out! And then I look over at the clock. It's 6:04. My Uber picks me up at 6:15.
Oh.
Yeah. I was out of bed, peed, dressed, packed, in the elevator, and downstairs by 6:21. The Uber was still waiting. Yeah. Also, since Ryobi was really nice and taking care of me, they arranged the ride, so we had no communication between me and the driver at all. None.
Hey, you made it.
I made it. And I got there on time and everything was perfect, and then United delayed the flight, and then United delayed the flight again, and then United delayed the flight again. But I got to California anyway.
Right.
So that was my last day at the con. It's like, oh, gotta go.
In all reality, like, as long as I'm home safely, I don't mind if they delay.
No, it was fine.
Like,
it became a story instead of something that was like traumatic. Yeah.
Yeah. I got stuck. Like, I thought I was gonna miss my flight flying back from New York.
I hate missing flights.
And like just getting through everything checked. I had this delicious chocolate cake in mason jars in my bag. Anyways, we had explained that is not a bomb. It's just chocolate cake.
Right.
weird way to travel with it. But anyways, feel like I was just ran to go catch my flight because they moved the gate where my flight was supposed to be to the other side. So it's like, Red, get in my spot, and then get in there and just like, I made it. I don't have to figure anything out. I could get home. Get home. And then it's like, oh, we're going to be like delayed about 50 minutes. And the person next to me is like, oh no, does that bother? I'm like, no, I'm here. I'm good. I'm on the plane. I'm going to go to where I need to go. And that's the important part.
Right. I'm okay.
Home. Like, we can take our time. Just get home. Getting there, I'm in a bit of a rush. But getting home, you can take your time as long as it makes it that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
The other fun thing with Chicago Airport, to me that's fun, and I've always enjoyed, they have like a Brachiosaurus skeleton or something. They have one of the long-necked dinosaur skeletons in the terminal,
So
right?
it's fun.
Or in the airport. I got to walk by it again. I haven't seen it in, a couple of decades. Yeah, there's a COVID mask someone made and stuck a COVID mask on the dinosaur.
Love it. Love it.
So if you look up to try to finish something,
Yes.
he's right up here. He was talking to you.
Try to finish
Hi.
something. Miss you at the old costume shop. Felicia came by a few times and you helped me with costumes back in the radio days. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people through working at the costume shop. I've dressed, so many weird events. My sister's house charity event. Like, I met, like, anybody who was, anyway, involved in that. And just, like, you're friends with TFO. I know
Yeah.
them through the costume shop.
Yes. And you did Rob with Rob on the Road and KVIE.
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah.
That was my sister's house charity
Okay.
event. Like, I love Rob. Like, just
Yeah.
the weirdest people that I know through the costume shop. But any party that went down in Sacramento, I got to know about. Well, Northern California in general, because we had people coming from the Bay Area because of the costume shop. It was a really good one. They had a large inventory and good quality, and it was good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was. I got to go around inside the costume shop, and it was nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so, like, great resource, no longer exists, but there's Broadway costumes, there's other things, we can work around it. But the costume shop I worked at specifically, I got to meet a lot of really cool people, and anything that was fun and going down in Sacramento, I got to know about, which was always great. Like, the randomest things, like, there would be golf tournaments, like fundraisers, where people would all dress up depending on their whole theme, Like, and I got to dress up baseball. Who's the...
Babe Ruth.
No. River Cats. The River Cat.
Oh, okay.
That one. He has a name, and I know him, and
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Anyways, not allowed to say who's inside the costume, but we would
I see. The guy who's inside the mascot costume.
Yeah, we would dress their
Yeah,
mascot.
Samson showed up at...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would do the Kings, we would do River Cats, and so one of the perks was free tickets. So my favorite days would be to go when they had the dog bark in the park.
Cool.
So Toby would come with me to those. But yeah, no, working at a costume shop, I met a lot of
Lots of-
interesting people. Most people didn't really remember me though, but that's because my hair is always a different color.
Right.
You know that one person that helped me that had like green hair? Oh, you know that and I'm like,
Yeah, the
yeah,
one
no,
person-
I know that person.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Did she actually help you? Was she a problem?
Oh yeah, she sucks, doesn't she?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll take care of you this time.
Right? So it's like I'm used to nobody remembering me. So it's like, aw, thanks for remembering. No, I really did. I have a lot of people. Like, I got some connections going,
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are like, is Felicia here today? No? All right, I'll be back. When's she coming in?
Wow.
Well, just, it's dressing somebody's very personal.
Yeah.
And when you're good at it, they're like,
I want her. Yeah. Because I got to wear this costume. I'm not excited. So we'll do this, and then we'll add this and add this and add this. And, oh, hey, I look good. It's a story she's told. I told the matchbook version. But, yeah, you told it many times.
yeah, no, it's just sometimes all it is just getting something that they feel comfortable in and then accessorizing. But
There you go for cosplay.
thoroughly enjoy costuming.
Yep.
Thoroughly do. Yeah, so.
As do I.
Exotic Zone Ball. Yes!
Oh,
Totally
yes.
do that.
I remember that one. Oh, yeah, the exotic
the
zone
time.
ball. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then there was the one that was in
They
San
had a petting
Francisco.
zoo, human petting zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was the exotic erotic ball in San Francisco. I remember going to that and going, what's exotic and what's erotic about this?
They use pretty lights.
Yeah. Oh, that was what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
We have Richard Stroh asking, hey Odin, could you make Crocodile's hood from One Piece?
Yes.
You have to look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much so.
I don't know. I can't picture it in my head.
I saw a lot of One Piece cosplay because the One Piece tour was in Chicago with a giant inflatable One Piece with Luffy's ship, but which was really cool. And a lot of the cosplays were cool. And I met somebody who actually used my Brooks hat pattern, which was amazing. I don't know Crocodile's Head very well, so I'm sorry, but I'm sure I could. I was expecting Crocodile Dundee.
I know who that is. I can make his hat. We had that at the costume shop. We had the vest that worked for a while with it, and then stuffed crocodile. I like inflatable ones. They're lighter weight. And you
Yeah.
can get a bigger accessories, right? You're going to be
Right,
crocodile
definitely.
hunter. Bring us blow up crocodile.
There was a guy at Stockton Con yesterday. Oh, I don't remember his name right now. I don't think I've got his card on me still. It was Frank's Jungle Cruise Tours, See the Backside of Water. With Diver Dan, they were cosplaying as, well, The Rock from Jungle Cruise and old school Diver Dan. And, yeah, those guys were great. I have a lot of fun talking to cosplayers who look like they're older than me. That makes me really happy. And these guys, he had a giant stuffed leopard or cheetah, leopard probably, that he was carrying around. And he had the whole outfit and the sweat stains were painted on. And
I love it when people just get into
yeah,
it.
oh, it was great.
When you're, like, after the tigers attacked the Las Vegas guys, the two...
Oh, yeah, Siegfried and Roy.
Siegfried and Roy, yeah, we had a stuffed tiger that we had, like...
Oh, okay.
On one of those 70s, like, bedazzled outfits with the tiger, like, biting into an arm, with the
Right.
little red spot. Yeah, no, I love it when people just get into it.
Yes.
It's when people can have fun. And they get the reference, that helps a lot.
It helps a lot.
It sucks when you're, like, go all out and it's like, well, what do you mean by spoon?
I don't understand.
Yeah, right?
So we got a huge parts list. I'll make sure to, if I'm going to go to the hardware store later, I will try to get more of these, and I might actually watch the
Okay.
video, do some homework.
Yeah, honestly, there's a few things that we kind of have to pre-think about because I don't necessarily want to do them the way he did it. Love the way you did it.
Love the
You
way
do
you did
you.
it, Chris.
Yes, but like we don't necessarily have the toothpaste cap that he used to mold from his kid's toothpaste thing, to get the dog
to get the knobs and things.
Yeah, so there's
I've got a mold of knobs. We can just probably cast one of the
That's
knobs I've got.
What I was saying.
We're gonna cast my knob.
I assumed that you would have these kind of things that we would
It's
do
one of
it
the
a
shoes I did
little
with
bit
Gonzo.
differently. Yeah.
I made a lot because we needed to make a 70s style control panel, which had.
I was
just
looking
all
at those
knobs
the one panel that's right outside your door, the pink one.
Yeah.
It's all those knobs and things.
That's
yeah.
that was the overhead thing for the train or the airplane shoot that he was doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I know that if I need those things, I go and dig into. So
Yeah.
I know we're gonna getting into this. I know we're gonna do a little bit different because you have
Stuff.
stuff. So that's gonna be different than his original build. But we're already gonna change that. The PVC pipe we're gonna use, the 1/4 inch. The decals, we're gonna need some decals.
Printed from hdprops.com. hprops.com. Everybody go to hprops.com.
Print out your decals.
Print out your decals.
They can't see. What's that one?
No, they
Too?
can't. They can't see that.
No.
Hey, look, it's
blurry.
it's right here.
Yeah. Hexagonal rod from blinds.
Yeah, it's going to be there's the plastic rod you use for closing your blinds.
Yeah, no, I know
Yeah.
what those are.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, oh, no, it's this very specific part on the rod.
Yeah, it's a very specific part. Okay, I'm glad you know what it is.
Okay. Items for making various knobs and lights. That's where we're going to... He used a glue stick cap, not a toothpaste cap, sorry.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
made other things using a candle, molds, and mod melt. So we're going to vary from the plan from there. But we're
Okay.
going to still print out his laser pieces because all the pieces that... pattern pieces we
Yeah.
can laser cut and we're not going to
Yeah, we'll just do the whole thing on wet the foam or something.
Yeah, it's the knobs we're going to switch off.
Okay.
Hot glue gun, I'll probably use more of the other stuff because I don't think there's really welded seams on this one so much. Yep. So I think that's the only thing that I automatically know we're going to vary from his thing, but pretty much the rest is just get it cut out
Yep.
and stuck together, put the print out the puzzle pieces and then put them together.
Okay.
But we need the
We need to order
decals.
some electronic stuff because he's got toggle switches and stuff. I have toggle switches and I have push button switches, but what I have may not be right because we're trying to imitate 80s technology.
Yes, but and also since we're jumping over to the wand,
Mm-hmm.
we're not painting and we're just jumping to the wand.
Yeah.
We could probably start figuring out what our electronics are going to be if we're going to have any trigger actions and connecting
Gotcha.
it. You know, like actually thinking those things through.
So now you want like D-sub connectors, that's the multi-pin connectors or Cat5 connectors, so we can actually maybe separate the wand from the backpack, even though that's got an electronic connection.
Well, we have to think about the connection in general. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're probably, like, at this point, we got to start thinking electronics. Like, how
Yeah.
we're going to stuff all of the bells and whistles that we want into these packs.
Into our pants.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know that he had kept cutting into the wand body to get parts and components, so we have to think about what we're going to put in before we glue everything shut, and then we can't get
Okay.
into everything.
Sure. I don't think I've watched the full video, so okay. Homework!
Yeah, I've skimmed through a few of them. And so, it's time to start thinking electronics.
Okay.
Maybe before we start really overthinking paint.
Well, I've already purchased the microprocessors, so I've got 2 different flavors of microprocessors, and both have a pair
and
of
cherry
each.
and vanilla.
Yeah. Actually, they're both blue fruit, but blue fruit's also very good. But
Not purple. I like purple. No, sorry.
sorry. Well, we could. So we're set.
Blue
to go.
fruit will work.
Yeah, we're set to go for the microprocessor part. As far as getting LEDs, I've got some. As far as getting buttons and toggles, we'll need to get what we need to get. I've got lots of wire. Yeah, this should be.
We're getting there. We're going to need offset motors for the rumble packs
We're
because
gonna
we're
need
going to
rumble
want
packs.
one in the wand itself and in the pack itself.
Yep.
And I would prefer them to go off at the same time, so they're going to have to be able to talk to each other on the same switch.
So we could also get like, a lot of them are pneumatic, but we can get like a concrete vibrator. So when you have a concrete mold and you pour your concrete in it, then you put a vibrator up next to it. Not one of those. It's a motor with an offset weight on it
Yeah.
that causes the whole mold to vibrate and makes the cement settle.
Lets the bubbles work their way out.
So
yeah.
depending on how much interaction you want to have.
That might be a little intense, but I'm willing to work with whatever. It's just an offset motor that we can easily get.
Sure.
Let's,
Because we could also just go get some old rumble packs from a used game store and actually put N64 rumble packs
but
in
control, would that be enough?
it. It may not.
It could work for the handheld part of the pack, but
Maybe.
the actual backpack itself.
Yeah.
Maybe it would just work to go get I don't know. We can figure it out. But
Something
we have
else-
to think about that now. I think that's the time
Yeah.
to start actually.
Something else we get to think about, and I actually talked to Ryobi about this at the con, that I've been able to pick up these third-party things that are adapters for being able to use the Ryobi batteries with homebrew robots and electronics. And they kind of looked at that and looked at me and said, just ask for a tool that you like and we'll send it to you and you can tear it apart. we'll send you lights, we'll send you what you want. You can just, it's okay if you want to rework a tool for, it's like, okay.
Because we haven't really mentioned it, but one of the things, the bells and whistles I wanted to do, we need to rework one of their tools.
Yeah, we
for-
need to work one of the tools. We have mentioned it, but so yeah, it looks like I can just ask for lights and things. You know, the because they have like little work lights, and we can get a hold of some of those that we can use for. Because I still would like to use this as a power supply.
Yeah, no,
it's easy.
It would be the proton packs would be convertible,
Yes,
powered by Ryobi.
would be yet another Ryobi one tool.
Yeah. Well, when you have the battery systems, you just keep everything in the family. You
Yes.
know.
So we also talked about we talked about here on the stream, but I was the whole power fist thing that was a Ryobi tool. They're like, oh yeah, and so they're totally happy to send me stuff for doing that. You've got a quizzical look on your face.
What?
We've roughly talked about it a couple times on the stream, or at least I have. Maybe you weren't here, but people have asked, would I make some sort of a power fist or other overly cyberpunk mechanical arm thing that's a Ryobi tool?
Okay, sorry. I was still thinking proton pack pieces, and I'm like, what power? Like, am I
Okay.
missing something on that neutrino one? Because like, power fist. That's where I was lost. Okay.
I'm sorry, I
We
jumped
moved
subjects.
on. Okay.
So those. And they said, oh, that sounds great. We love that idea. They would actually have to talk to marketing if I'd be okay to have any official labels or not. But that came up, and yeah. So they'll send me tools that we can tear apart, which is kind of cool.
Ooh, Logan Dark Horse says hello from Tennessee.
Well, hello, Logan Dark Horse from Tennessee.
And Rex 501st Lego Brick says hi from the UK.
Rex 501st Lego bricks.
Yes.
Very cool. Hello to the UK. Got to talk to some more of the 501st guys at Stockton Con. Still a lot of fun guys to talk to. One of them is actually with an elementary school that's trying to get some 3D printers set up. So it might be fun getting to talk to him some more.
Nice. Walker Industry says, for my Proton Pack, I can already tell that I'm not going to want to work as you two in terms of the building, the body of it, just 3D print it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, learn from our mistakes.
No,
Make
you want
your
to 3D
own.
print it? 3D print it. Totally.
Yeah, I just feel like 3D prints feel fragile to me. Like they just shatter if you look at them wrong. Is that a wrong impression or?
Not so much. It depends on how you
Technology
print
moves.
them. Technology's moved ahead. It depends on how you print them and how much infill you have. But there is an issue that if you have a 3D printed prop on a concrete con floor, the drop of 4 feet is enough to cause problems. I've repaired a number of them on at the con floor.
I just imagine that Triton, that
yeah.
pink Triton. It wasn't painted yet, but it was 3D printed. It just seemed
Right.
so delicate, like it just was going to shatter like Lego bricks.
Yep, they can.
Okay.
It's not a constant thing, but they can.
They can.
And if you're careful, you know, like you have armor pieces and stuff, they're fine.
But I want to
And-
beat people with it.
Oh, okay.
Then it would shatter, right?
Yes. I wasn't aware that beating people with it was a big part of our goal here.
It's an important part of the lightsaber build. I'm
It
just
is
saying.
an important part of the lightsaber build. Okay.
You know, we were just talking about it. Blunt force trauma, you know.
Right.
Felicia,
What?
so that's 3D printed.
This is 3D
That's
printed.
3D printed.
That is 3D printed.
So is the redhead helmet behind you.
This is more solid than I expect, but I still feel like if I bonked it,
Oh,
I
yeah,
would do
if you-
some major
yeah,
damage.
You put enough force on it, it's gonna shatter.
Shattered. It just feels like that's
But
what it
it's
feels.
also a thicker piece,
And it's solid.
yeah,
And
no, it's solid.
yeah, no, 3D printing's great, and
Oh,
I
it's-
want,
yeah.
and I love it, and I want to play with it more, but I still have this weird in the back of my head, like that's
Now,
fragile.
resin prints are a lot different because they're 10 times more fragile.
Really?
They
I
shatter
thought resin
really
would be
easy,
stronger.
right?
It depends on the resin you use.
Well, that's also true.
I found a resin that's more ABS-like that I use specifically for the arcane builds because it can handle being dropped.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw Bill Duran's video on making the Apex kunai, and he dropped it once, and it shattered into a million pieces.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, if you're just using the standard resins, totally.
yeah.
Interesting.
But another thing you can do, now here's a whole other step. You 3D print it using the resin because it's easier to clean up, and you get some finer detail, and then you silicone
Yeah.
cast it.
You make a mold.
You make a mold.
Okay. What if I want to make some gargoyles for my yard? Could I 3D print them and make a mold that way?
You could,
A little bit of pain in the ass.
maybe. Gargoyles for your yard is something that you could probably sculpt out of clay and then
That's-
make a mold.
That's what I was thinking.
Because they're pretty organic, but it all depends on what sculpting that you want to do.
Very true. What steps do you want to take? What do you know? What do you
Yeah.
not know? And what do you still need to figure out?
Yep. If you're more comfortable sculpting on the computer,
Exactly.
that's very different than sculpting with clay.
Very much. Yes.
I am not comfortable sculpting on the computer.
We have 15 minutes to say our goodbye. Well, a little less. To start getting our goodbyes in and figuring out what's going on.
Where's the thing you're hammering?
The Allen wrench.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, here it is over here. Haha, I've got it.
you got it.
Hey, where did you put my tool? Oh, I've got it.
Okay, some really important safety tips. Whenever heating foam with a heat gun or blow dryer, there's a potential for the foam to release harmful gases. So use a respirator and do it with some good ventilation. Odin,
What?
I know nothing.
I know nothing. Ryobi is probably going to send us more branded safety glasses.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah,
love their glasses.
yeah,
They're
they're
comfortable
great.
and cute.
In fact, they let me keep a couple of the one pair I was wearing, but still, they should be sending me more.
Oh, nice.
Sorry.
Safety. It's important. When you heat PVC conduit, it can release deadly fumes. Always heat
Yes.
in and outside we're wearing a respirator. Some EVA foam contains chemicals called formaldehyde. There's some people that say there isn't enough formaldehyde in EVA mats to be harmful. Others say there is, so do your research and come up with your own conclusions.
That's actually some of the best advice.
At least I would say it's a good idea to open your foam mat up and let it sit in the sun for a day or two. Most of the chemical will gas off from the foam, or buy foam that is labeled formaldehyde free. Didn't know.
Okay.
So when you're shopping for foam, check out the formaldehyde content, I suppose.
Yeah.
Do you know the formaldehyde content in the different brands of foam, or did you ever even look at that?
Never even looked at that.
Is it a factor in the way it performs?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah. This one says sharp knives and hot glue can cause injury. Be sure to use in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. So.
Did he actually write down that sharp things
are
cut
shard.
and hot things? Yeah, sharp things are shard and hot things are hot.
That's the advice from the beginning of the show. If you've been here the whole time.
Been here the whole time.
Remember,
you'll know that. Beware of sharding. Anyway.
Yeah. And then disclaimer: if you rely on the information portrayed in these instructions, you do so at your own risk, and assume responsibility for the results. Yeah, I feel like if you're watching this video and you're following along with us, do so at your own risk.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. So.
Making the neutrino wand.
Okay.
This is not yet completed, highly polished tutorial. I'm releasing it as I go and kind of working pretty fast to get it all done. So there are likely going to be some typos and other little mistakes here and there. Also, there might be things I need to change or better ways to do things that I don't know about yet. Just so you know.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying let's like know that we need to get into that wand. So let's not close up our box.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Let's not glue off the top on the box until we have to.
Until we have to, okay.
I think that's the biggest thing, that we just need to make sure that we leave access.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna lasers.
Transfer the pattern to your foam, cut the foam. That's a laser process.
Laser, and then we can start gluing it together.
A bit about gluing.
Yeah, and then the gun box. See, that's where we have to leave it open.
Okay. Oh, he started numbering these pieces. Okay.
So they're chronologically in order.
Right, but they're also numbered picking up where the pack left off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So we'll continue. Yep, adding the handle. We're gonna need to think about the handle, aren't we? Oh, he makes the little handle piece really nicely out of foam, because I was thinking about sourcing it off of like old bicycles or something.
Right.
Or vacuum cleaners or whatever.
Yeah, but he actually kind of shaped it and then wrapped 2mm around it.
And it looked clean. It looked really good. So I would want to try the way he does it. Yeah. The instrument. This is the trigger box. Not the trigger box. There are.
We're reading.
There are pieces. There we go. The top knob.
Top knob.
This is where we're going to vary for sure.
Okay. Because this is the part that he made a mold of and made cast pieces for.
I think so.
Okay.
Something like that.
Install the barrel. You'll need the barrel.
The hand grips we talked. He did a good job on those.
Yeah,
We're going to be
that's what we just
following
talked about.
that. Barrels and pipes, knobs and lights. There we go.
So, as much as this is not on topic, Walker Industries says, Felicia, I definitely respect your decision about 3D prints, but I was thinking you could coat the prints in with a resin or other strong materials to make them stronger. That's actually what my armor's coated in.
That's what I was considering, like a good exoskeleton, you know, just give it a good
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
shell, like a candy coating of some sort.
Right.
Makes a lot of sense.
My helmet's covered in a painted on resin.
Oops, hi Toby.
And so is the armor.
XTC 123 from Smooth On, right?
Yeah, XTC 3D made by Smooth On. It's a great product.
Oh, yeah.
It goes on. It's it's really viscous and it gets into corners. But it is a great product.
Yeah, this candy coating outer shell makes a lot of sense. I would feel more comfortable with the 3D prints having a glossy coat, because this is what I want, right? Don't we all want this?
Yeah, that's what we want, yeah.
Yes.
That was actually with a route can too.
Right. Bernie Davis says you can get files for the Proton Wand grips off of Thingiverse.
Yep.
Yeah, but I like the way he does it, and he gives us patterns, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this. I want to give that a good.
I want to give this a good go, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily go down the road of, no, I'm going to make a new Proton Pack a different way. No, I'm going to make one and be done. But, sorry.
Ooh, Francisco Silva says, try the Ben Eady trick for 3D print. Mix spot putty with acetone, and it fills the line like super fast and makes the print parts easier to prime. Ooh, I like.
You could also do it. Some of the spot putties also are thinnable with mineral spirits, which are a little easier on you than acetone.
Kind of reminds me of a crumb coating on a cake.
Yeah. It's ironic. I just bought some spot putty.
Oh, good. Depending on which version you have, mix it with both acetone and mineral spirits should thin it.
And no, yeah, it totally. I did that on one of my things because I had some very old spot putty.
Oh, awesome.
And to make it work, I thinned it with mineral spirits, and oh yeah, it was great because it filled the lines right in.
Oh, interesting. Aria 51. What's a good way to harden a foam prop if you aren't confident with Warbler? Also, hi guys. I know Warbler is like, I want it to be something it's not, and I love it.
Warbler's got so much promise and so much price tag.
Yeah. It's a very expensive fruit roll-up.
It is a very expensive fruit roll-up.
Outer coatings again, like Roscoe's, the enforcing it with cardboard in the back or some kind of layers to make the.
I've got people at cons that swear by Mod Podge. I really like Plastidip, but that's a bit more of a chemical process, and that doesn't really harden it. It is harder. We're gonna try this Creature Cast rigid. There's guys that like to use epoxy resins. There's guys that like to use the UV resins.
But those all have their own interesting properties, whether they're brittle or how
Right.
you bake them or cure them. It all so many different factors.
Yep.
So many different factors.
And one of the things that's really weird to me with the 3D printing and being excited about coating it with the resin, although if you're only getting a basic shape, that's one thing. But if you're trying to get the details and then you start coating it with something, you're coating over the details. You know, I've got a model brain on this. And so, you know, it's like, all right,
We don't want to fill in our gaps.
I wouldn't want to fill in like all my panel lines. I wouldn't want to fill in all my small little details.
There's a reason you're making it out of foam. If you really need it to be rigid, are you going to make it out of Sintra or
Right.
wood or cardboard? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's interesting because you can use different properties of things and make it work with what you got.
Yeah.
There's no right way. There's a million wrong ways to do anything.
Right, Reggie.
Bruno wants to come up and say his goodbyes. We have like 5 minutes left.
We got like 5 minutes left. We do have a hard out today because I've got a Zoom interview at 2:15, which is about 20 minutes away, and they're going to want to do some pre-checks to make sure things work.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
sorry about that. Where is it going to be? I'll actually have to check.
What are you going to be on?
Yeah, it's the In the Clear interview in 19 minutes. So I'll be with the group called In the Clear, wherever they are, because I'm a horrible guest. I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
You're trying.
I'm trying. That's not what I wanted. There it is. It's gonna be a Zoom meeting. Thomas Stark's Zoom meeting. It's still not telling me. That's fine.
That's okay. Keep watch his social
I-
media. He'll
I
share
don't
it.
think this is a live interview. I'm pretty sure this is recorded, so not a big deal. Last one I did, which was the code names. We're playing a game, and that one was live. So that was a lot of fun. But I believe this one's recorded, and it's only slated to be half an hour. So
Yeah. So thank you guys for being back here with us.
yeah, thank you very much for after being gone for a couple of weeks or a month, coming back and joining us on our Monday trek, our little trip down through Ghostbusters and a little bit of cons. We are going to be back next week.
Yeah, and I could say we are officially done with the build part of the backpack for now.
Yes, we're officially done with the build part of the backpack. We have details to do, a
And-
lot of which go on after it's painted.
And framing and all that stuff is after it's painting. So
Yep.
for now, next week will be our laser show, hopefully.
Yep.
We're planning on lasers.
Lasers. Planning on lasers for next week. And we will go ahead and get the neutrino ones bulk put together, kind of like the way these are. And then at that time, you know, I've been
We
talking
add
about it's
bells and
coming up.
whistles.
Then we'll spray everything down with Creature Cast. So that got changed, even though the past couple weeks I was talking about, oh, this will be happening really soon. Okay, well, it could still happen soon because the neutrino ones are a bit smaller.
Right. I feel like since we're not hand cutting out the pieces,
Yeah.
we can get them done at least. Like,
Hopefully get them done in
get
like
the lasers to
yeah,
do the
you have a
cutting.
whole episode of us wearing goggles with bzz, 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 bzz going on.
It'll be fun.
It should be fun, yeah.
We'll watch lasers. And don't stare directly at the lasers, people. And yeah, so I think we're going to bounce around a little bit. But
Okay.
we're making progress.
Totally.
And, you know, you can always drag out a project by not working on it.
And you know there's going to be lots of different ways. You can drag out a project for months and months and months.
But that's how we do it.
But this is how Odin makes. seriously, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. For all my patrons, I really appreciate your support. At the end of my videos, I say that the show wouldn't be possible without your support. That is actually honestly true. My Patreon support is what pays my shop fees, that keeps me going. It keeps the lights on. It gives me a place to be able to shoot and build. If you guys weren't here, I couldn't be here. It is 100% a symbiotic relationship. So thank you guys very, very, very much. Gonna be back next week with Felicia doing Neutrino Wand and lasers. Gonna be back this Friday playing Among Us with my Patreon members. So if you want to get in on playing Among Us with us, please check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and join at the Discord level, because we always share the room cord to play that game in Discord. And yeah, we'll be live. I don't think we're gonna have an interruption to the live streams planned for a while. There are 2 more cons coming up in the next 3 weeks. Neither one of them happen on Monday, and they are both local, so I can drive back on Sunday night. And I don't think I'm gonna have a lapse in live streams in the foreseeable future.
As
Knock
long
on
as
wood.
life is deciding to keep in...
Yeah, as long as life is deciding to keep us all good.
I should be fine, but life has this way of,
Popping up.
4 weeks later, I'm here, I'm back.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey,
Y'all didn't miss me
remember
too much.
Yeah, we all now have the Captain Trips virus from Stephen King's The Stand.
Oh, there's been so many things. It's been 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But we're here, we're going, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Same bat place, same bat time next week.
Same bat channel. Yep.
Same bat channel, yeah.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now, watch it grab the mouse and try and make this work.
Look it, we're actually at 2 o'clock on the dot.
On the oh, my that clock's a little fast. Well, good. That's probably best.
I don't know, it's going to space and then they get to,
Space.
before they see the end.
There's a button here that says end stream. Are you sure you want to end the stream? Well,
Bye.
I'm gonna have to. Bye, everyone.
And